Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Chaos Brigade. I am the GM of the night, Chris Fire here, joined by my lovely, lovely players down all around me. We have, well, let's just start with Ben real quick. Ben, introduce yourself and who you are, what you play, or who you playing.
Let me first.
Where are you?
You're first in the line.
You're on the point. You're on the spot right now.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Ben, also known as Ben's D&D. It's a very self-explanatory username. That's why no one's ever asked me what it means.
Hey Ben, what does your username mean?
Does he do D&D?
I think Ben does Percy Jackson content.
I play Ava. Who is a moon druid, wood elf, and she's just living, vibing, dealing with all the chaos of these people. Yeah.
Oh.
Speaking of which, it's my
Who's to the left?
transition.
I don't know who's to the left at this point.
You are Chris.
Well, Chris.
Oh, I am. Oh, well, that's.
Oh,
the
never
case.
mind. That way. Sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
No, you're the you're.
No, but Ben's pointing
Ryan,
the right
how
way.
about you?
We'll jump.
Give me a second.
Guys,
Plugging
we haven't
in
done
my
this in a
server.
while.
Plugging my stream in the server. Hey guys, hi. Hello everybody. My name is Ryan, Funkmaster Nacho for everybody.
I didn't think you were gonna say Markiplier.
I was ready for that.
Yo.
I'm
Slow
playing Riker, the Leonin barbarian, who is currently helping his friends
Enemies to lovers arc.
with a demon problem. With a demon problem.
Oh, I guess
Awesome,
I'm
that
next.
sums it up. Yeah, Jay, you're up.
Hi, Jay the Archfey, on all socials. I play Floof, the Kenku, who's currently, I believe we said, about 6.5 inches tall. Because I drank a potion. Find me everywhere, Jay the Archfey. Ko-Fi.
Find them everywhere, everybody.
Next!
And last but certainly not least
Thank you for
is
the 4-month
everywhere.
sub.
Hi everyone, it's me, the Witch Bard, your favorite Brazilian. I play Nyx, the Bard, the Satyr Bard, who at this moment has a total of 3 spell slots, and 2 of them are 3rd level. Yay!
Oh no!
Ava coming in clutch because Ava wasn't in the last fight.
Everything will be fine.
So yeah, fun times.
Well, just to catch everybody up right now, here is kind of where we're at this point in the game. Where we're at is we're currently in the Ruby Crawler's cavern, the Ruby Crawler's domain, really, the keep, the in-between areas between the demons and safety at this point. You all went to Riker's family's location, which is the Emerald Lakes. Long story short, after some bullshittery and some family drama that popped up, plot twist, Riker's sister sucks, you found out that there's some people sneaking into the Emerald Lake family armory. After investigating, you found that it was 2 gnolls, 2 people that Ryan actually knew, that Riker actually knew. Nash and Rue, 2 of the Ruby Crawler leaders' children. After listening to their plight and finding out that their entire keep has been plagued by demons, you all decided to tag along with them to take out those demon problems and see if you can't maybe not break an international treaty, which could cause giant war. Let's not do that. At last session, you all had been going through this entire keep, kind of clearing it room by room at this point, and as you cleared this one last room where you killed a spike demon, or spine devil, you saw that there's this weird stench in the air, this sense of rotting flesh around you. And as you walk outside, you see that there's a Bulezau currently standing there, hanging from the ceiling that just dropped to the ground and has been looking at you.
So that's what it's called.
A what?
A Bulezau.
I thought we discussed this.
Yes, it is a Bulezau. It is a medium-sized demon, which is very humanoid and goat-like. Has a goat head that is currently rotting, sitting on its head. Has a more humanoid torso and legs with hooved feet in the end. It's almost like a demonic satyr that's rotting. Is like the closest thing to look at it here.
I remember that because I made a joke.
Yep. In addition to that, real quick, I just won that eBay listing, so yikes, I had to pay. Yeah, I win. Awesome. Now I have to pay $47 for a single pop. Love it.
Love that.
Yeah, but with that in mind, we had already rolled initiative before everything was said and done. At this point in time, we're currently at the start of session. So, how's everybody doing tonight?
Everything
let's
is
kill a
great.
bitch.
Stressed.
Yep.
Stressed.
Yep.
Fine.
Spam your
Everything
stress
is
emotes in
great.
chat, everybody.
Finally,
Quick, stressed.
Stress emotes for
Happy
I
good
to
luck.
be
can't. I'm not
back.
subscribed.
Stress.
Does
So-
anyone want to
Welcome,
give me a
friends.
sub?
Thank you for hopping in. We appreciate and love every
Yes,
single one of you.
thank you so much, Malding Shepherd. And with that in mind, as we're sitting here in the session here,
Yes, so I can use the
Give
Oh
no,
my
no.
God.
Give
Yeah,
Lou
go
a
ahead.
sub so Ben can fly to Gen Con.
that's
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Con. Get loose,
So,
Link
as you're kind of standing there, the Bulezau kind of hanging from the ceiling drops down. As it moves its head around, looking at you, its neck kind of like snaps back and forth, and you hear the bones clicking amongst themselves. And it looks at you all and, you lived at least a little longer than I expected. Let's see if we can't make a deal. You give us the book, and well, I don't torture you. I give
What
you a
the
quick,
fuck?
painless death.
There we go.
What book? I look around.
Don't play stupid with me, please.
What's your
Oh,
name?
no.
Oh. You are stupid then. I guess this is how we have to do it.
Just a little bit.
Well, a minimal bloodshed of an Emerald Lake isn't too much to ask here. And the Bulezau is going to start its action.
Ah!
Yes, it rolled. I'm not kidding here. I rolled initiative here, and it rolled an actual 20.
Great.
Damn it.
That's not me. That's not me. Like, oh, GM bullshit. 20. No, I rolled a 20, and I'm like, well, here we go then. It's going to run 40 feet towards you all, to close the gap between you. And Riker, it's going to target you first.
Go
In
for it.
Oh god! Seconds?
Do it.
Yep.
That's scary.
From there,
That's
it is going
vicious.
to use its barbed tail to lash out and try to hit you.
Do it. I dare you.
Oh, we've not had. Oh no! I just realized we
No.
haven't had a long rest. Oh no!
You have not.
Yeah, no,
How
I'm
does
not vibing.
How does a
Hey,
16
I
do?
might be missing some spell slots.
That matches.
All right, so that's 16. It is going to do a total of 6 piercing damage to you and a total of 5 necrotic damage, so 11 damage total. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Half that
Oh, no.
piercing damage because he's still raging.
Yes, you are.
Let's go. Con save, you say?
Yep. So this is something you're good at, but let's see if you can't happen to roll
16.
low.
8 plus
That crushes it. Yep, you are fine.
Wait.
Oh,
Yay.
yeah.
So
Let's
that
go.
was 3 plus 5, so 8 total. Is half the piercing, or did you already half the piercing?
That was before having the piercing.
Okay. 8.
So it was 3 piercing damage. Yeah, so 8 total.
Yeah.
But as a downside on a successful save, well, actually no, nothing happens. You save completely, so you're good for it now. You're good for it now. And you all feel this rotting presence just lingering around you at this point. First off in the order, it is Luana. You are up with Nyx, and I need you to make a con saving throw.
Oh no!
Oh,
Mhm.
Bo.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Dang it!
Can I,
Oh,
as a
no.
reaction, feeling the rotting vibes, do like the cat puke like face that?
Yes.
That's what I'm gonna do.
What?
As a reaction.
Yes.
Okay, now for my con, I got an 8.
You're an 8. All right.
I actually puke.
Oh, you take a D6 necrotic damage.
Cool.
So
So,
that's
I
going
think
to be
inflict
lucky for
wounds
you,
won't work. I'm gonna have to
1.
modify the maneuver.
Lucky for you, it's a 1, so not a lot of
Okay.
necrotic, but it's still there.
Yeah, that's
now
the
now
worst.
you're up.
Cool. I'm gonna shatter, but I'm gonna scream in like a startle thing. Like it hits me and I go.
Okay.
It just shatters. I'm
Okay.
gonna do it in a 3rd level.
And you're using shatter?
Yes. So they need to do a con save.
All right. And does shatter have a range on it of like a radius, or is it?
Yes, it's a 10-foot radius sphere.
Well, he's right up on Ryan.
Do it. Right.
Ryan can take her. Yeah, it's fine.
We have some
Well,
healing
Well,
spells.
their save was a 10 total.
Do I need to
And-
save too?
Yes.
Yes, you did
Yes.
save.
What kind of save?
Con. Okay,
Con.
that fails. A 10 fails.
Oh no.
Okay.
10.
Oh,
That's a
That's
10 for me.
okay.
I
Oh,
rolled
no.
I need my fucking dice bag. Where the fuck did they go?
Well, as an upside here, that
So-
fail isn't nearly as bad as it would have been for mine. So that is an upside.
I don't know where my dice bag is.
So he can go ahead and take 17 thunder damage. As I
17
go-
thunder.
Yes.
All right, he takes
Ow.
that.
What about me? 17 as well? Okay.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And
Half
let me
is
see
your
if there's
raging.
anything else.
No, thunder damage does not have. Only blundering.
Oh no.
Bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. The only ones that it does do that for is totem barbarians, which Riker.
Oh.
Let's see.
If I was a totem,
Um,
everything would be halved. Except
Yeah,
Satan.
if you're a totem, that
A
would have been
creature-
great. Except,
A creature made of inorganic material has disadvantage on saving throw. That doesn't matter. Everyone failed. Non-magical object that isn't worn or carry also takes damage if it is in the spell's area. Maybe I should not have read the last part, actually.
What does it do? You gotta say.
Nothing to worry about.
non-magical, what do you call it? Non-magical items.
Items.
Also
Take
take
damage.
Oh.
Well,
Are we
the floor is now. Think of like an anime, just like a power up where like Goku's and the floor just like. As like this battle is happening between Riker and this Bulezau, the ground is like between the two of them as the
Does that
shatter
mean
happens.
all of Riker's weapons except his great axe also take damage?
I need to stop putting shatter in my spell
Yes.
list.
Oh shit.
As
That
an
is a great
upside here, I do not believe that actually destroys them yet because
No.
the steel hasn't been that damaged yet.
We never
that's
take
good.
damage into account with like items and stuff. So like this is the first time that he like actually like took damage and stuff.
I just was expecting his freaking javelin bag to explode. Shards of glass, shards of steel gold.
And let's see. As a bonus action, can I still do it, please?
Yeah,
This
you
is
can
the
use
one
bonus
thing I'm
action.
good at. Great. I was thinking if I had a bardic inspiration still.
Mhm.
As like a sorry for kind of fucking over, I give bardic inspiration to Riker.
All right, yeah, Riker, you have a bardic inspiration,
My
and
scream inspires.
I think I have less health than Floof right now. It's fine.
I have
and
29
then Riker,
HP.
real quick, you,
Fine.
I need another con save from you
Oh,
since it's your
no.
turn.
Oh yeah, it's, 11.
In 11.
Forgot to roll actually. It's just.
Oh! Yeah, you actively you fail that one. That's like
Yep.
probably gonna be the only con save you actively fail. And
I
you
failed the
take-
last one.
You take one necrotic damage.
Owie.
Oof.
I've got 32 HP.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Next up is your turn, Riker. So what are you doing?
I'm already raged. I don't know if they can get frightened. I'm just gonna go with some good old what kind of damage does it do? There's like necrotic and or what was it? So
It's been to you so far. It's been dealing piercing and necrotic damage.
no, my great axe. I remember it
Oh,
does necrotic.
your great axe says necrotic and radiant.
Radiant. So it's gonna be 2 attacks with the radiant side of the great axe.
All right.
Oh, that's the wrong throw. Well, anyway, that would have been a great thing to have. But no.
Aww.
All
That's
is fair
gonna-
in love and war.
21 with the first attack,
That's not
That'll
bad.
hit.
and 17 with the second attack.
Both those will hit.
Damage rolls.
Roll that beautiful damage.
13 from the first attack, and minimum damage with the second, so 6. So that would be a 19 in total radiant damage. I
All
would
right.
say this because it might give Chris ideas, so I'm just gonna wait.
All right. Next up.
Smart.
Very
Next
smart.
up is something you haven't seen yet.
Yay!
Fuck me.
Nyx, right behind you, I'm gonna need you to make a. Well, it's first off going to be a attack roll against you.
Oh no, I was making a meme. Give me a
tell
second.
me real quick, how does a 21, dirty 21 do for you?
Yeah, I think my 14 armor class.
All right, can I get you to roll me a con saving throw?
Oh.
Okay. That's not bad. That's a 19.
That does save. So you feel this stinger hit you in the back of your calf.
There's a fucking
and you see there's
imp left.
another imp that's right there behind you.
Oh, motherfucker.
And you take 7 damage from the piercing, and then you take 5 damage from poison.
I have advantage against poison.
Yes.
Go.
So you're it was 10. Already half to 5 because of your success. So it's 2.5, so 3 damage now. Because we've already had the argument of rounding up.
So it was 7 with the sting, and then 2 or 3.
3.
Don't take that
10
damage
total.
yet.
Okay, I won't.
Breaker ability, Spirit Shield. If you're raging,
Okay.
another creature you see within 30 feet of you takes damage. Use your reaction to reduce that damage by 2d6.
All right, go ahead and roll
Holy
2d6 real
shit.
quick and see if you can't reduce this 10 total to maybe 0.
Do it.
That would
That'd be
Do it.
cool.
Music by Arcane Anthems.
Yes. Oh, and I actually went around and I finally got the whole the music list down in the comments and everything. So, or not the comments. In the,
Tell me if the music's too loud or
channels.
quiet, chat. I'll adjust it, as you've seen by Ryan's face getting covered by the music bot every once in a while. Sorry, buddy.
Lou, did you roll the 2d6s?
No.
Oh, I thought it was you. My bad.
Oh, yeah, no.
I thought it was you.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, I can be me, but I was just gonna let you do
No,
it.
it's okay. I'll roll it. That's so close. It was 8.
Oh,
You only take
okay.
2
So yeah, you take 2 damage, and now yes, this imp behind you is now visible after being invisible. Next up is Floof.
I'm gonna make him cry.
How tall is this room?
This room is about 60 foot up, probably.
Perfect. First thing Floof's gonna do is, Lou, how are you looking on health?
Could be better, but I'm okay.
Okay. Floof's just gonna look at the group, kind of take a runner's pose. Oh wait, actually pause before I do this. What is it to drink the potion, or eat the cookie to make me big again? Is it a free action, bonus action?
I'm going to say in this case, it is a... Because here's the thing, we've already established that potions in this game can be drank with a full action and get full healing, or with a bonus action and get rolled healing. So in terms of a cookie that will let you grow, I would say a full action to eat the entire cookie and guaranteed grow back to your regular height. If you do it as a bonus action, you get to basically roll a percentile to see how tall you actually end up getting back to your regular height.
It's only like 1.5 foot anyway.
Yeah, I'm
Exactly.
2 feet tall. I'm gonna bonus action eat the cookie. You know what? Let's bonus
Alright.
action this cookie.
Do me a favor real quick. This is just roll me a D100 real quick. I want to see like what
never-
percentage.
This will be the first time
let's see.
D100 is ever used outside of a.
Right. Outside
Wild
like
man.
Call of
21.
Cthulhu or
That shit is
something.
crazy.
A 21.
Oh.
Yeah. You grow a solid to like a total like 11 inches. Like you're right there. You're like, yeah, I'm
Yo.
Like halfway there.
almost there.
So Floof takes a bite of this cookie, takes a running position, and just in Riker's voice goes, triple head combo. And then boom, I want to fly directly in between this thing's legs, turn over
Okay.
and cast Call Lightning right above it. And then I'm going
Okay.
to summon, as I shoot in between its legs, a lightning bolt right into where its dick would be if it had one.
Oh my god.
The Bulezau. The Bulezau.
That is the first
Yes.
head of the triple.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and you can do that. What you're going to call lightning? That's a con save for me, my side, right? Or dex save?
So a giant storm cloud's gonna appear. When you cast a spell, choose a point you can see under the cloud. A bolt of lightning flashes from the cloud at that point. Each creature within 5 feet of that point must make a dexterity saving throw. Creature takes 3d10 lightning damage.
This isn't me lying. I just rolled a nat 20 on dex save.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
On each.
And Ryan, you need to make a save as well.
Or half as much
Yeah.
damage. So half as much
Hey.
damage.
I get advantage because of my.
Yep,
Leone-
because of your endangered sense and everything.
Okay, that's 19 for the first. That's 14 for second. So 19 to save.
So
Okay,
both
that's
of these
safe.
save.
So that's going to be, you will both take 14, so 7 damage each.
Actually, I'm taking 3.5, so it'd be 4 damage.
Got it. Cool.
Thanks, Floof.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Man,
the
I'm taking
Bulezau
more
looks
damage
very
from Nyx and
You're
Floof than
farting.
anybody else.
straight up. As you see this happen, like this thing looks like it's been hit by a static shock. The lightning bolt hits it, and it literally just like kind of like runs along its fur like it does your feathers, Floof.
It's also immune to necrotic damage, and those are my 2 highest things I can do. That's what I'm
Owie.
guessing. Right? Sorry.
Well, next things next.
That campaign gonna end today, you guys?
No, it shouldn't. I don't think it will. It might not. Next up, Riker, I need you to.
Has
What's your
Ava
AC
gone
again?
yet?
16.
No, not yet.
Ava's not gone. Neither has Rue or
On my
what
way,
was their
guys.
name? I forget the brother's name.
Your
Question,
NPC's
Riker,
name?
real quick. How does a 15 do?
It misses.
Misses. All right. Well, you got a little lucky all of a sudden, because. Oh shit! I was looking at the wrong stat block.
Hmm?
The Bulezau has a +4 to hit. The other imp has a +5 to hit in its sting.
Hmm.
So that's a 16 actually.
Hmm. It hits.
I need another con save real quick because another imp pops up
I'm not
behind you.
rolling with D&D Beyond. It's rude to me today. Oh, 17 plus 8, so that's a
The
25.
con save is saved then. So you're going to take a total of 4 piercing damage, halved, which will be 2 piercing damage, and 8 poison damage.
Halved or regular?
That was already halved.
Hmm. Guys, don't bother looking at my HP. It's fine. Fine.
Listen, you're being targeted.
I'm on my way.
now.
Hey,
Next
Bob,
up.
please.
Help is on
And
the
that-
way,
that
Ian.
actually does bring in Ava. You hear Ava as you wake up in the Hell Rider. You could already hear like a battle raging a few minutes ago, and it got really quiet. You're running down these halls. You're trying to find where your friends are, and as you do, you see this battle unfurling with lightning being called down from the ceiling, striking in front of Riker. Him being electrified. As you see that, you see he's not looking great. You see that Nyx has an imp, on her tail, and Floof is being Floof.
Floof is 11 inches tall, flying between a thing's legs.
Yep, that's literally what you see. And you see 2 imps sitting around, and there's 2 gnolls off to the side. One of them is pulling a sword out, and the other already has a dagger out. So what are
Cool.
you gonna do now?
You know. Ooh, okay, alright,
Let's go.
okay.
Chat gave Riker
This is-
healing.
Alright.
A D6.
Oh, chat
Oh,
gave
there
Riker
you go.
healing? Okay.
Yay.
That might
Let's
change.
I also have
too, then.
inspiration and a damage up. I'm just waiting for Riker to move away from this thing.
Oh.
2 HP back.
Hey,
Adrenaline
Riker.
rush.
If you had to put a number on it,
Don't look in
what's your
chat.
HP? What's your HP at?
Don't look in chat.
On a scale
Doing
of
that exact-
1 to 77, it's at 17?
15.
17
Oh,
because the
God.
+2 now.
Well, shit. Okay. Well.
Ava
That's
comes in and
fair.
just casts
Yeah,
healing
I'm
spells.
fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
Healing. It's
Cool.
crazy what happens whenever the GM can actually roll above 5 for a session.
Crazy.
This
what
shouldn't happen
happens when-
anymore.
When the DM decides to target one person instead of just. attack.
Okay.
No, all will
Don't-
make sense soon, Riker.
Yeah.
Don't
everything
worry,
makes sense.
Riker. I got you, buddy. Alright.
This is why I bought all
So-
those health potions in the shop.
There you go.
I'm gonna come around the corner, see all of this happen, and see Riker's not looking good, and be like, "Oh no, no,
Got it.
Riker, you can't go down." And I'm gonna throw out a hand, and healing energy shoots out from my hand, so I cast Cure Wounds at level 3.
Hell yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom, bada bop. All right.
Let's
Bada
go,
bop
Ava.
boom. Pow.
Open my-
Whoa.
Bada bop boop pow. All right. Watch this be awful now. All right. So that is 3d8. What's that gonna be?
Wait a minute.
+5.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
That's a total of 12 healing, but
Hey,
I
not
rolled a
bad.
7. I rolled 7
I'm back up
plus
to
the 5.
I'm back up to
That's
almost
my-
as much
that's
health as I was when we started the
My
battle.
Second level 3. Alright, cool. That's my action and my spell for the round. Bonus action.
Heal again.
I can't. It's 2 leveled spells in 1 turn. Yeah, that's
Bruh,
kinda
just
me.
take
I
a
can't
level
really
and
do anything as bonus action.
sorcery. Get the
I will, I might. I will just move into the fight and try and make myself more of a target. I will kind of, you know what? I will step in front of Riker and stand in the way, so they have to hit me first. Ha.
Great, now
all
2
right.
people next to the thing I'm trying to strike with lightning.
yeah.
I didn't see that, to be fair.
That's fair.
That is completely fair. You did not see that. At this point, it is now Nash and Rue's turn. Rue has what looks to be a sword out, and she looks at it. She almost gets ready to run up, but then she glides her hand over the top of the sword. It glows a little like a glowing yellow light,
Blade
and
Singer.
holds it out, and it
Oh, never mind.
blows. And as she does that, Riker, you have a small like golden light hit you, as you get a I don't know how to really describe the spell right now because I don't have it directly in front of me because I have so many tabs open. I don't want to start scrolling for it. You have
This is computer being
no, seriously though, I have like literally 20 tabs open across 3 different browsers right now. Like I'm not even.
like, 3 of them are eBay
So many.
auctions.
Shut up.
Half of them are frozen, and you don't know where the music is coming from.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, so it's actually going to be it's going to be a healing effect if I recall correctly. It's going to be a D6 of healing that washes over your direction. It was the Celestial Warlock's ability. That's what it was. So you're going to be getting that.
She's a warlock?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Going to your thing. And you get healed for 2 health, which is not a lot, but she tried.
Yeah.
Nash is actually going to run up into the fray, and Nyx, right behind you, that imp there, Nash is going to attempt to slash at it.
That's surprising. Nash has been
It's got my
afraid this entire time.
Yes. So Nash is going to run up and try to hit. That's going to be a... Okay. Not bad, actually. Rolled a 12 plus 2 for a 14, so... Yeah, that hits the AC. That hits the AC 13, so it's going to be,
Oh, Nash.
a D4 plus 2. So Nash just dealt 6 damage, like the first damage Nash has actually ever dealt to a creature here. 6 damage to this imp, and it looks pissed off at him now.
Yeah. I shouldn't.
Yeah, and that's the end of their turn, and it goes back to the top of the order with the Bulezau. So, this Bulezau standing in front of you. I forgot to actually enforce this with you, Ava. Could you make me a con save real quick? I forgot on your turn that was supposed to happen.
Wait, sorry, what? Who?
Ava.
On
For
save
Ava.
for Lou. Or
Ava.
Ava, sorry. Ava, Lou.
I realized I was muted. I am a dumbass. Con save. That is something I can in fact do. Ha!
Or cannot do.
11.
11 does not meet it, so you're going to take a total of 4 necrotic damage. As this wave of putrid rot just like hits you in the face all at once.
No.
Grody.
Yeah,
You smell really bad.
Smell like a vodka.
You smell like beef and cheese. You don't smell like Santa.
Like a vodka. Pretty much.
Yeah,
one of the upsides of my location.
You should take a bath.
Oh, but why do I want to do that if this is the desired effect?
Free action prestidigitation to clean it.
Like, how dare you? So, this thing is currently... Okay, so... Ava, you stepped in front of it and Riker. So you and Riker are kind of occupying like a similar space, like right there next to this thing.
Yeah.
The imp is still behind Riker at this point. Riker has been the designated target specifically for this thing right now. It's going to try to slash its barbed tail past you and into Riker.
The imps?
We all have
Bulezau,
inspiration
the
except
Bulezau.
Ava now.
Oh, the
Let's go.
Bulezau.
Yes. So the barbed tail is going to come at you, and since the imp is behind you, it does have advantage.
Oh.
Does a 16? Oh, it's 16
Bad.
plus 4 hit. Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. Can I get a con save from you?
Yes, you can.
All right. So you're going to get a total of
Another
9 damage.
17, so 25.
That does pass. That's probably one of the best ones to pass because you need this one to pass. So you take a total of 9 piercing damage, which whenever cut in half is going to be 5 for you, and then you're going to take 4 necrotic damage.
It's almost
Wait.
like 3 people healing me didn't do that much.
Yeah. So that 4 necrotic damage is then standing on you, and you pass the con save. So that save is still there. You're doing fine after that. Or no, the save isn't going to screw you over at this point because you would take even more and actually lose maximum HP at that point. But you're not. You're not. And that's the upside. Lou, you're up. Con save.
Okay. I think I have a plan.
This is what happens when GM actually plans an encounter versus not doing anything.
I missed the
Okay,
werewolves
I got
you
a
could just
9.
castrate.
I got a 9 for the con. I'm not. This is not gonna go well.
Rest in peace.
No, it's okay. I can still live. For the con, do I do anything with it? I got a 9.
You got a 9. All right. I will say you do have inspiration you can use.
Yeah, I'ma keep it. I'll be okay.
You're gonna take the 9.
Yeah.
All right. You're gonna take another D6 of necrotic damage, and that's gonna be 6 necrotic damage.
That's okay. I'm fine.
D&D Beyond does not like y'all right now. I decided not to use my actual dice for these damage rolls.
I've got a plan.
Yeah. So next up is it's you, Nix. You're up, and it's your turn.
Cool. Can you describe this creature in front of us? Like, I really like a good description of it, please.
Okay, you want a description as best as I can give you. This is a large human. This is a medium fiend on the technical level. It is a humanoid-looking thing with a goat head with 2 horns going off to the side, with a kind of a mangy mane around its neck and a goat head on top, and it looks like it's putrid and rotting at this point. The rest of the body looks very humanoid, more of like a beard belly that looks like it's distended due to rot and bacteria. The tail that coming out of the back of it, it looks hairless, skinless, or what do you call it? Looks skinned, hairless, with a large green barb on the very end of it, which is what's been lashing out.
What size are these horns? Are they like huge horns?
They are not small. They're not like tight horns. They're definitely like they're coming out, and they almost look like if you took like a bike's handlebars and you stuck it on a goat.
Okay. I need everyone to stay with me on this one, okay?
Okay.
This should concern me,
Okay.
but I want to see where this
No.
goes.
Okay, so listen, y'all.
Uh-huh.
Me being a Glimmer Bard, I have a cool little thing that I can cast command at someone.
Uh-huh.
So if it can go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw. All right.
Please, I am literally begging you. What is that?
That's a 19.
God damn it!
And I will say that's -1, so that's going to be an 18 total.
What's my DC? Oh, that doesn't. Never mind.
Yikes!
Fuck! What is that? Was it even a like bonus action? Okay, that was a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, I was gonna do something cool. Never mind.
You were close. I was hoping you could. I'm sorry.
I was so ready for doing. I was doing a bunch of research. Okay. So then I'm gonna do my other cool thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be like, the imps are still alive, right? Like they got damaged, but
There's one directly behind you. That one's been damaged, and there's the one directly behind Riker, which has not been damaged.
okay. I do like a loud whistle, and I'm like, look at me, and I start dancing. I need them to do a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Yes.
The imps. One of them gets a 7 -1. No, I'm sorry.
Cool.
It is a 7 +1. so a 8 total, and the other is a 12 plus 1 for a 13 total.
They both fail.
Okay,
And
so
now they're
both of them have failed.
charmed through my dance.
Okay, they are charmed.
Yes.
And that
So-
means that they are not, they cannot attack the creature or the charmer, and they have advantage on, the charmer has advantage on ability checks to interact socially with these creatures.
Yes.
So they can't attack you,
Good.
or target you with any harmful abilities or magical effects.
Good. Cool. So they're
Okay.
looking at me. Everyone else is good to go.
Yeah, they're looking at you. That
that's all I
means
can do.
they are, and here's the thing, I will say here, they're not full
Enthralled,
focus
like-
on you. They're not
yeah.
enthralled where they're not going to do anything else, but they are not focusing on you. They're not going to attack you now.
Right. Cool.
So, yeah.
That's all I can do. Fuck, I was really hoping that would work. I was gonna, this would be so cool. Alright, go ahead. That's all I can
Alright.
do for this turn.
This second imp, this other imp that was next to the initiative order was the one right behind you, so it's not going to hit you now. What it is going to do is it's going to turn around and hit Nash.
That's okay, that's not me.
And
A
poor
small
Nash.
sacrifice to pay.
Wait,
Nash will die a hero.
so I
Well,
can do
here's
another
the
thing as a
upside.
reaction. I can do another thing as a reaction. I can jump in
Okay.
front of Nash and check the damage for him. What would that do? Would he just implode? You think about it.
No, at that point, I feel like if you forced the charmed creature to hit you, that would cause it disadvantage on its save in the next round because it would be so distraught at that.
Cool, that's what I'm gonna do then. I
Okay.
took the damage for Nash.
Get down,
Well,
Mr. President.
I will say this: you don't need to because it rolled a 10 total to hit, and Nash's AC is an 11 thanks to his +2.
Okay,
So
I don't need to do that too.
nope.
Good.
So he's barely there. So yeah, good
Is
luck.
Nash
good
just
luck,
like
Nash.
a commoner? Is that there's
Yes,
one?
yes.
Poor
Well,
Nash.
slightly modified commoner because he is the chief's son, but
Yeah.
yeah, slightly more training, slightly more modified, a little bit more like, oh yeah, there's some combat training. No, I'm not saying he's good at it. I'm saying there's some.
There's
Yeah,
The youngest son.
exactly. Next up is Floof.
All right. So Floof, as I called lightning and saw that it hit Riker and felt kind of bad, is
And
going
then Ava jumps between you.
is going to see the crowd of people around the thing we're fighting, just go, and as I'm like sliding underneath it, Floof's just gonna like do a backbend, point up and go, pew, and I'm gonna guiding bolt right up the ass.
That's gonna be a
At
dex
second
save,
level.
right?
No,
That
it's
was
a
the view.
hit.
Oh, it's a hit. Sweet.
And that's going to be a 27 to hit.
Wow, no, that doesn't hit amazingly.
I got
Back
inspiration.
up.
I will fucking use it. Don't test me.
No, that hits. That
All
hits.
right, and then how does the damage up work? Because somebody at the beginning of the stream gave me a damage up too.
Damage up is an extra D6 for damage.
Cool. So this is gonna do 66 damage. So let me roll the original
66
damage. Let me do the
Oh my
5d6 first. That's 15 plus another d6. 15. Okay, 16. 16 radiant damage up the bum.
16 radiant damage up this thing's ass. All right, he is not looking great at all. He is not looking wonderful in the slightest.
And then, oh, I still have a first level spell slot left. Let's go. And
Must be
then,
nice.
can I, after using a spell as an action, can I also use a bonus action spell? I don't know how that works.
Yes, you can only use the bonus action spell. Wait,
As long as it's not leveled. If it's a
yeah, if
cantrip,
it's a cantrip, then yes, but if it's a leveled spell, then no.
Ah, fuck, so I can't healing word Riker.
No.
I'm out of second level spells, by the way. Let me see what else I can do as bonus actions.
I will have you know that I still have infinite attacking slots.
Okay.
Nothing. So
Martial class.
Floof is just going to fly to be like eye level with this thing.
All right, so you are now eye level with it. And you have not left its range yet. So good to know. Good to know. Good to know.
And that is my turn.
All right, now it's on to the last imp's turn. This last imp, which is right behind Riker now, is going to again commit
Wait.
2 attacks.
I
What's
was after Nyx.
Oh,
I haven't gone.
I have a question, Chris.
Oh wait, you haven't gone? Oh
No.
shit, you're right.
Chris?
Yeah. No, you're right. You go
Chris,
next.
I have a question. Someone gave
That's
me a
good.
damage up during rolling bones. Does that carry over?
No.
Fuck.
Aw.
Ah.
Bones has a damage up though.
'Cause it was from
Bones
rolling
is a damage
bones.
up. Yeah, because Bones is a esteemed podcast host during his free time.
Exactly.
Ah, yes.
Bones actually runs the streams for us.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes. We should do it like you guys get little like VTuber models, but it's just skeletons, and you guys are.
We get
Right.
epic to be Bones.
Oh my god, yes. Literally,
Could
just
we?
the only thing we hear is just.
Please.
What?
Just
Oh my
whatever.
god.
Just rattling. That's the only thing that Epic says the entire stream.
Yes, indeed. All right.
So Riker, yes, it actually is your turn.
Okay.
What we're gonna say is you held your turn until Floof was able to do something cool, so you could follow up with your part of the combo.
I did the
Daunting-
second. I double triple head comboed. I still said
All
no.
of the enemies are within 10 feet of Riker, right?
The one imp behind you and the Bulezau, yes. The other one is actually a little bit further behind you, more than 10 feet.
Okay, that's fine enough. I'll do a daunting roar because I don't know if this thing cannot be frightened, but I'm gonna do it
Okay.
anyway.
Okay.
So that's a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw from the imp and the Bulezau if they're not immune.
All right. The imp rolled a 5. So no, the imp is frightened now. The Bulezau is unaffected.
Okay, that's what I thought, but like, get the imp the fuck away.
Yeah.
The imp is now frightened and must use its full action to run away from me.
Yep.
Next turn. Let's see, what else can I do? Axe. That's like all I can do right now. I could be fancy with it if I wanted to be, but like Riker's almost dead.
Ask him a
so,
question.
Ask
Hey,
him.
listen, do we need to fight? Is there something? Do you need to try to kill me? Is that what we have to do here?
Have you tried love?
Peace, love, and
tried
hugs,
to
man.
In your heart?
Peace, love, and
Wait,
hugs.
hold on.
Tried meditation yet?
Before I axe, you remember when Nyx cast Shatter?
Yes.
What does the roof above Riker look like?
The roof above is 60 foot up as established with Floof, so it is unaffected. It's just the floor around you.
Oh, okay. Is
Yeah.
there?
Because Shatter only has a 10 foot range, correct, Floof?
It's like it's ground. It's not like we're up a floor or anything right there.
Exactly. Like
Okay.
the floor isn't like you're on a second story and it's about to crash through. It's like this is carved into stone, and the stone now looks like a Dragon Ball Z fight started, which is kind of
No.
what it looks like.
No supporting beams next to Riker, I assume either.
Correct. No.
Okay.
Riker
No
tried to crush
fancy-
Floof, Ava, and the demon.
Nah, he would
I will say,
attack it and then use his bonus. He'd use the rest of his action to shove everybody out of the way because he could take the falling ceiling.
I will say above you there is there are just like what were chandeliers, kind of like they're like candle lit ones that are kind of hanging there, but they're not like lit or anything like that one, so they're rather difficult to see.
There's none directly underneath, above the Bulezau.
There is not, no.
Okay.
It's like it'd be like an Emperor's New Groove thing where you slice it and it just like falls and it just like misses barely.
Okay.
Oh, weird.
Sad.
What do you even have that lever?
All right. 2 attacks, I guess then. Regular.
All right.
Oh, I'm going to use inspiration on one of those because I don't
Okay.
think a 13 will hit.
It will not.
So I'll roll that. That will hit. That is a 27 and a
Oh,
19.
yeah. Yeah, both those hit.
Oh wait, I'm stupid.
Are you okay, Lou? Something happened?
Oh, here's the thing. Because I don't have any more, like, I have 1 spell slot left. I'm trying to get creative with shit, and I already thought of something, and I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna try it anyways.
You might as well try it. Right?
You know, but I have nothing to
Not
lose.
as valuable as funny moment.
Or do you?
Oh my god.
I got a D12 here. We
Lou's
go.
I
like
mean,
new
technically
character
I
is
do.
already ready
Not
in the
Riker.
background. We're fine.
So that is 28 radiant damage. Yes, 28 radiant
All right, so
damage.
28 radiant damage coming.
Oh wait,
through
no, not 28. Fucking rage shit. 32.
32. Well,
I
with
always
the 32
forget about-
damage coming that thing's way, I want to ask you, Riker, how do you want to do this?
Let's go!
Well,
Thank God.
Riker did hear Floof say triple head combo, and Nyx may have just ignored that yell, but Riker is going to just slice the head straight off, so there will be a second head at least, not a third, but there will be a second head on the floor next to Floof.
As this thing becomes beheaded, and it slices through and it falls to the ground. You can see like the body itself starts to like kind of dispel away in ash, and the head itself like looks up at you, Riker, and that's a bit harder than I expected. See you soon. And it disappears.
That's a
Talking
Demon
head.
Slayer shit.
Kick it.
Would you
Kick it like
would
it's
you
Chucky.
be amazed to hear that I have just finished season 2 yesterday? So
Oh, there we go.
yeah, no, that's entirely it. And that's where the death effect is coming from right now.
Oh, thank God you finished them.
Yeah,
They say that a head remains conscious for 20 seconds after it's beheaded.
little eyeball left, like looking around, like,
I hate that.
Can you imagine being alive for almost half a TikTok with your head being severed from your body?
What the fuck? At that point, it does make its way to that other imp's turn, to the one that was behind you, Riker, and it is going to flee from the frightenedness. And it does invoke an attack of opportunity.
Can the attack be a grapple?
Yeah, a grapple's an attack.
He's just gonna grab his tail and do the fucking Hulk Loki thing. It's on the ground.
How does I need you to make me a contested athletics check on that real quick.
Okay. It's not animal handling.
It is not, no.
Jesus.
That's a 7 on the die, or a 19 on the die, so that's gonna be 26, Chief.
Well, I thought I had a pretty
Really
good
good,
roll going because I got an 18 plus 3. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, 21. Never mind.
Did you add the rage strength grapple advantage?
That would make it a 29. Thank you, Jay.
Holy
Yeah, no,
shit.
you grab this thing by its
Or
tail.
not 29, 28. 28?
No,
the
it
whip.
gives you advantage. It gives you
28.
advantage on grapple and check, so it would
Oh,
be
I
advantage.
didn't even do that. It was a 16. It's
Okay.
not.
Yeah,
So the
no,
first roll.
Riker, as you grab this thing by its tail and you start flipping it around, basically helicoptering it, it's gone.
Its
like-
tail is just left. As it gets-
Literally.
Interesting.
And Nyx, the other one that's behind you, is now like currently like in stalemate against Nash. It's just like it's like jumping behind you, like, get out of the way, friend! I don't want to stab you.
Implode.
Pop goes the imp.
It was that easy.
Okay,
That's the fun thing about summoned creatures.
Floof is going to fly into Nyx's bag and pull out their cookie and just hold it up and go,
Ah.
I guess I'm stuck at 11 inches tall.
Oh,
Throughout the
right. 'cause
campaign,
you
you will
did
get smaller and smaller.
Oh my
At
God!
that
Hold
point-
on.
at
How many
that
cookies
point-
I have? Okay, you can have one.
You have more than one?
Yes.
How?
Yeah, Floof, you're back up to regular height. In fact, because you already grew a little bit, you grow an extra foot, so you're like 3.5 foot tall.
I'm 3 feet tall? Let's go.
3 feet tall.
Yep.
Next doesn't know what to do. Or
Floof's
Floof
gonna
doesn't
grab
know
the
what to
bottle
do
and
with
see if
his
there's like a
power.
drop in there to get him back to normal height.
Nope.
Floof will eat
Well,
the bottle.
Floof
As
has
you
become
eat
medium
the-
size.
As you eat the bottle, you shrink down back to 2.5 foot.
Woo!
Ugh.
There was excess magic left inside of
Munch.
it.
Munch is
God
like
damn
the
Munch. Cross.
Floof
what's
singular.
it called? The precipitation in the bottle.
Yeah.
Floof singular
yeah.
tooth
enough.
putting in work.
So, with that in mind, Riker, seeing that you're a little bit fucked up at that point, Rue kind of like runs up to you and lays her hands like on your shoulders, and you start feeling this glowing light come off of her, and it heals you up for a 2d6 at this point.
Yay.
It was going to be a second dice that just rolled across the floor, but I don't want to go pick that one up. So that's going to be 8 total damage healing you up, or 8 total healing.
Yay.
She then says, "It's not a whole lot that I can do to help, but it's a little bit. It's more my aspect of this."
Riker says, I appreciate it anyway. And he just sits down on the rubble and just pops a healing potion. You know?
All right, yeah, you have healing potion done.
That would be 10 more HP back because he took it the full action. Drink it.
Yep.
I'm
So at that
gonna.
point, go on, Luke.
I wanna run and like give a big hug on Riker, and I'm like, "Thank God you finished this, dude. I was about to use my setting powder to blind him. I was running out of ideas, Riker. Thank you."
What did I almost miss? What?
You slept a long time.
It is right.
Yes, Rue kind of like steps up and like offers her hand. Nice to meet you. My name is Rue. I'm one of the Ruby Crawlers, one of Riker's friends. I'd say.
Rue's just like, I met you, but you were sleeping.
I watched you sleep.
A pleasure to meet you. My name is Ava Evergreen.
Well, nice to meet you. My brother over there is the shy one. He's not going to say anything though.
I wanna say it so bad. I'm like, Riker and Rue are dating. They're girlfriend and boyfriend. Don't tell them though, cause they don't know that yet.
Ava, hearing that, just goes like wide-eyed and just like,
Oh,
Floof's just gonna slowly rise behind Riker and go,
And I'm gonna roll an insight, see if I can kind of get a
everyone
21 insight to get a general.
Everyone
Yeah,
who's
you
been
can
Sylvan
definitely
except
tell.
for Riker.
You know the singer song you like tone to like like it,
Riker,
it's so bad like
Riker does one of those like shoves to get you off from hugging him.
I die.
She just died. She falls over right onto that gaping mouth demon. And it's not dead yet.
Deceased.
New character, yeah.
Rue at that point, well, at this point we might be able to just continue on through the rest of the keeping. We should be able to just make it to where the rest of the gnolls were holed up at this point. Riker, if you don't mind, I think I should take point through here so you don't get stabbed.
Riker kind of nods, gets up, and looks over and says, "You want me to grab your uncle?" The dead gnoll.
Actually, yes, if you could grab his corpse, that would be very useful. Actually, I could
Riker
actually
just
start
grabs it.
I
by
can
the
cast
fucking
Animate
leg.
Dead. I have a 3rd level spell left.
Oh, so can I.
No,
Well, I don't cast
Oh,
Animate Dead, but I
no.
can just marionette like a little puppet, and like it's a fun little thing we can do. It's fun.
Riker just grabs it by the leg and starts dragging.
Literally drags him out. At that point, Rue just kind of like you see these little threads come out of her hands, and she like lifts this thing up, and it's now being marionetted. Oh, I got it. You don't have to carry him now.
Floof makes a very solid face. He goes dun dun da da da. Oh, and then it switches to funeral music.
At this point, Ava is leading the this corpse of her uncle forward.
Rue.
Not
Ava.
Not Ava. Rue. Also, Ben, I forgot to mention this to you prior
Your
to this.
family's here, Rue? Alright.
The gnolls are very pragmatic when it comes to death and necromancy, so the bodies are then used post-death because they're not going to
See.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Their souls in the afterlife, so it's fine. The bodies aren't needed.
Pretty humane form of free labor.
I mean, the souls
That's
are already
debatable.
Ava will remember this and will question
Ava will,
later.
Badoop. Ava will remember that.
On
At that point, Ava's like, I feel like this is wrong.
I feel like, of all the fucked up things that have happened in this group so far, this somehow tops it.
That's what we're doing with Bones, though. Bones is our chauffeur.
Brigade.
What'd you say?
I mean, didn't
Who?
Floof
Bones has
just eat
something
Ed
close to
Edward's
sentient,
fingers at some point? I feel
Bones
like
is like
that's
decayed already. You know, he's just bones. You know,
Why is
not
that
like
different?
a corpse. Cause it's different.
It has a higher HP stat block in the player's handbook?
Yeah,
Or the-
it's nerfed.
The bones are nerfed.
Actually, the bones are buffed, but whatever. Especially with the
at
Satyr
that point,
armor.
Rue is leading everybody forward like, well, I do think this is it. What is the order everybody wants to go in at this point? I personally think that Riker should take up the back with Nash. That way, he's not immediately stabbed, and we have some kind of buffer so that we kind of go first, and then we have some people to speak first.
I'm
I'll
so
take
tired.
point with you.
No, thank you, Ava.
Floof will fly above casting light so everyone can see.
Thank
Even
you,
though I'm
Floof.
the only one
The,
without dark vision.
For the two people that
need a
can't see.
nap.
For the two people that can't see, you know.
Yeah.
I got the belt.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can
you got the
actually
belt.
see.
So I'm casting light for myself, and it's below me, so I still can't see. Great. Floof thinks
just hear
he's helping.
occasionally bonk, ow.
You hear Metallic just like,
Bong, bong.
and you're not sure whether it's Floof's head or if it's a chandelier that's being hit.
That scene from Kung Fu Panda 2 when he's like in the cart and using the fire.
Riker, it's like we were playing.
Yes!
We were playing Fall Guys, not Fall Guys. Gang Beasts.
Yes. Oh my god, that was so
Oh,
funny.
that was
Oh.
so good.
Have you seen my son? Bonk.
Stream clip still up on twitch.tv/Funkmaster.show and Jay the Archfey.
Hey!
Wow.
And Dougie SFM. Dougie was there too.
Yeah, shout out Dougie.
So at that point,
Yes.
we have just so GM can clear this up here. The corpse and Rue kind of piloting this corpse ahead as kind of like a failsafe, just like walking in front of everybody, is up front with Ava. Then behind them is what do you call it? Riker, Nash, and Nyx. And Floof is above casting light so we can see. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Like Nyx is like walking like almost asleep. She's so tired. She's just like, guys, can we take like a really long nap, please?
At that point,
What was
as
Nash
you're
again? I
walking
forget.
forward, Nash is about 5'5", like not that tall compared to like Leonins, but about average height for a
Oh.
gnoll.
While they're rocking, Riker kind of gives Nash a little pat on the back and says, "You did good out there."
I appreciate it, Riker. It's a really big compliment coming from you. Thanks.
Riker looks down at him and goes, "Don't get used to it, pal."
It's okay.
Believe me, I'm not. I'm just going to hold on to it and be happy with it. And kind of just walks one forward with you.
Very awkward silence coming from the back.
I think
So from there-
it's pretty tall.
We'll find out how this goes.
My computer froze. Everyone's frozen. No.
Oh no! So
We can rejoin real fast.
everybody's kind of sitting there. Everybody's kind of getting ready to walk along. At that point, when you start kind of leading the procession and you come across this hallway, you go down probably about 75 to 100 foot, take a left, and you see there's this one door that's not blockaded. There's one door that's not covered up with debris and everything. It looks like it's actually been cleared and it's been pushed open from the from the inside, pushing out. But it's closed and looks like it's no light coming from it. Rue is going to walk up to this door and she's going to knock on it 3 very quick times, like. And she
Do
eventually
you want to
hears
build
back,
a snowman?
Oh my god.
"Do you want to build a corpse now?"
No.
Lou had to leave real
Oh,
quick, so
God.
the thing's going to be messed up for a second.
I'm using
No,
the music
not
bot to
the
fix
overlay.
it.
I'm split.
Put on the music bot. Show the music bot. Yay! It's Lou. That's what Lou is.
Music bot!
Yo, it's epic.
Oh my god! Yeah.
What?
What?
You dudes.
Oh my god.
Elu has returned. Ish.
Lou, turn your camera on.
Okay. All right.
Okay, just wanted to wait for you to come back before I start explaining this next section
Yeah.
here.
So sorry. My computer.
No,
just
you're good.
did it on itself.
The compound was too stressful.
Rue walks over to this door and everything and knocks. Do you
Do you
want to build a
build a
corpse now?
No.
We have all the parts outside.
Oh God.
We can
I've got
fuse
some
the skull
intestines
and this
here,
bone.
a brain over there. Here's some limbs and more.
Here's some limbs
Save
and
a third time.
hide.
It's a little lonely. I found Uncle Mike.
I found all
He's
His
all
dick
gone
is
died.
nowhere to be seen.
That's
Do
gonna be
you wanna
sad for
build
the.
a corpse now?
What is
Ava.
happening?
I wanna go
You know-
home now.
You know what I just realized?
What's that, Ryan?
The corpse is Rue's uncle.
Yes.
That could either be the chieftain or chiefess's brother.
Yep.
Whose corpse they're bringing back now. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. You love it. But after a minute of a small serenade, the door actually opens up, and Riker, you actually recognize this as one of Rue's older siblings. He opens the door and Rue, is that you, Nash? And Rue's like, yes, it's it. Let us in. And also, don't stab these people coming through. He opens the door widely, and the whole lot of you filter through. And as soon as he sees you, you see a small snarl pop up in the side of his face. He doesn't make an audible one, but Riker, thanks to your insanely high perception, you see that. And most of the rest of you hear it, but it's not one of those like very audible ones. It's just like the teeth show a little bit.
I'm ready to stab this
What
motherfucker.
guy's name again? Is this the brother I'm thinking of?
Yes, it is.
I forgot their name.
So did I, but I have it written.
Bro, that's
here.
the
No
perfect
idea.
response though. He just makes that face at you and you go, I'm sorry, who are you again?
Damn, that's how you get stabbed.
Was it?
Oh. It was you have Rue, Nash, and Gash.
Oh yeah.
Real
yeah.
creative.
Very,
Hey,
very
wait until you meet their dad and see their dad's name.
Is he Slash?
Yep.
No, that's one of the other siblings.
Oh my god.
That's like gnarl.
Ah.
Snarl, Gnarl, and Charles are aunts and uncles.
And Mike. Don't forget Mike, the corpse.
Mike was the black sheep of the naming convention here.
Inky, Winky, Blinky, and Clyde.
He kind of like
Remember-
looks at you all and
You remember Mary,
"Ooh, Dad's been
Gary,
waiting for you."
Larry, Gary, Mary, and Floyd? Remember my pets on the Minecraft SMP?
Oh my god.
So at that point, you're kind of led alongside these hallways at this point. It's relatively safe at this point. The torches are lit along the sides. It's relatively cleaned up. The smell of death and decay isn't present anymore. It's like it's been boarded outside of it. Gash behind you locks this door, and you hear that there's a couple like large boards getting locked into place as he puts them down. And he follows up behind the two of you, and well, this music is no longer fitting.
I was gonna say, this is so intense.
Yeah,
This is a very
God.
intense situation for Riker, at least.
As he opens the
Yes.
door, God himself exits the building.
Lightning
Dun, dun.
shooting out of his eyes as he levitates 15 feet off the ground.
Sorry, guys,
so
I
with
was
that
taking
in
a
mind,
dump.
leading up the back of the behind you, Nash and Gash are kind of behind you, and they both kind of like break off. And they start speaking in Null, and there are some words that you're able to pick up, Riker, that you've like known just in general, like just knowing the general
Like
political
idiot.
situation around you, basically stuff like that. you do hear a couple insults. You're like, you're not sure if those are directed at you or their siblings, but you know it's not nice. But Rube ends up leading everybody down the halls pretty long ways, and you eventually make your way into a large, what looks like an armory. In like the same way as the Emerald Lakes, there are armor battlements along the walls, but they're all empty at this point. Armor stands that are blank, and there's a small fire in a hearth long against the wall, with a handful of probably about 20 to 30 gnolls just kind of like in varying locations. As Rue walks through this door, there's a bit more silence. As they look around, they see everybody's there. Everybody's kind of looking around at you all, and there's some murmurs as everybody walks through.
Riker
Rue
kind
walks
of
immediately. Go on.
Riker kind of whispers to the group, saying, "Stay close, stay quiet. Let Rue do the talking."
Floof is
wanna-
just chandeliering above them.
I wanna like
Got
just
it.
to flip to go down real quick so I could like. I'm like, no wonder they lost. They don't have weapons. Just like look around the blank walls.
Floof like pulls out his old dagger, just kind of drops it on the floor, like hovers back up.
Don't mind Rue having a literal giant bag full of weapons.
Literally, you just hear like as Fluke does that, it's just like in the dead silence. Rue immediately, without skipping a beat, marionettes Mike over to the wall, lays him basically haunches him over a mannequin, and she walks immediately to who you know, Riker, is the leader of the Ruby Crawlers, Nasher. This
Nasher.
I was so close.
yeah, this 6'6" Noel is standing there tall, proud, and he's kind of
Riker still
planning
got
out.
2 inches on him.
Yep, he is currently planning out this.
Height or
Height.
You're not sure about that
Well,
yet.
Is he hot?
whip it out, Riker.
I mean, Riker, didn't you have a photo that you were
I
going to
agreed
share
to
with
this.
the chat?
I agreed to this group.
But yeah,
Yes,
so you
please
see this,
share the photo
Yeah.
with the chat,
well,
please.
as you're kind of standing there, you see that there's this what do you call it? This large note with gray fur, what do you call it? Gray with age, black leather armor, covering his entire body with iron studs in varying positions. Very emo, very metal. On the back of him, he has a very large halberd attached to him with a black wooden hilt going up it, wrapped with a. You're not sure what this coloring is, but it's a dark red wrapping as a handle for it. You're not sure whether it's dyed red with conventional dyes or blood, because it looks very bloody. And he's kind of like hunched over this table, looking at this map of this entire compound, really. And as soon as Rue walks up, he looks at everybody, looks at you in particular, Riker. Eyes narrow, and at that point, Rue steps directly in front of his face. And at that point, they're having a small conversation in Knoll that you don't really understand.
Oh, is he hot? I did get a clearance on that.
oh
Yeah,
god.
he is hot by Knoll standards. So whether or not that goes for you all, not sure. But by
not
Knoll
bad.
standards, he is hot. After a minute or so of discussion, everybody's just kind of standing there. Nobody's really doing anything. No Knolls have closed in on you. Nash and Gash have taken up positions to the left and right of your party. Basically, arms crossed, backs to you all, making sure that nobody's even making a chance to come close. Nash is actually standing a bit closer to you than anybody else, Riker.
Ooh.
Can Floof just kind of lean down off the hoverboard to which everyone's closer to him and just start mimicking the stuff his dad's saying, but into his ear? I have no idea what he's saying, but I'm just.
Yeah, you're able to do that, and
next to Riker's ear.
No, one of the
Knowles.
Noel, yeah, whichever
Knowles.
Noel is closest.
literally it's Nash, and he's just like, dude, stop.
As he's like the shortest person in the room.
Literally, yeah, 100%. And he's like, dude, seriously, stop.
It's very weird because that is also with Riker's family. His oldest brother by the least amount of years is also very small compared to the rest of his siblings. Just like this situation.
Yep. So after a couple minutes of very tense discussion, you can see like it's very less so like, oh yeah, these things are going fine and things are, oh, thank you for the help. It's more so like a really. After a minute, Rue steps to the side and looks at you all. Everybody come here for a minute, please. And she takes a seat across from Nasher.
I like adjust my hair real quick. And I sit.
Floof's feathers back
The
up,
sweat
puts on cloak.
beating down your face from being so exhausted. You're just,
Just like the blood, you know, like use the blood as a gel, and I just.
That may actually earn you brownie points here, but
Oh.
as Rue sits down, she sits down across from Nasher, and she actually holds a seat next to her, and Riker, over here, please.
Riker just walks over and sits down.
Nudge.
He is making he has no emotions on his face right now. Because he knows the kind of group that is here. So
I chuckled so I'm like, look, they're
he almost
together.
he almost also flexes his muscles a little bit in order to get more blood coming out of his.
Yo.
Yeah,
Yo.
you're bleeding just like a little bit more than before now.
Did you see that? He's showing off for his girlfriend.
Should I heal him?
He's not showing off for Rue. He's trying to build himself up in front of Nasher,
That's
the leader of the clan.
See?
Uh-huh.
At that point, as you all sit down, and as Rue has everybody sitting down around her, thank you all for helping us get here. She like pulls that bag of weapons from her side, drops it on the table, pushes it towards Dad, and well, Riker and the Emerald Lakes were so kind enough to let us borrow these weapons so that we could take care of this demon problem that we have going. In fact, on top of that, Riker and his friends here have all taken care of a lot of the demons that we had on the top floor. Those ones that we had busting through each of the doors and like hiding between walls and jumping between walls even. They were able to see directly through those enchantments and see that they were in fact just demons, not spirits or souls or anything else that have been brought upon by the Emerald Lakes to kill us. It was demons. He kind of like
Holds up dead imp.
Oh my god.
he looks at like a little puzzled at you, Floof, and
No, look, stop. That's not healthy.
Wait, hold on. What is? I forget. Hold on one second.
no
You
problem.
don't know where it's been.
Riker also pulls out the
In
Spine
hell.
Devil's Trident and puts it on the table.
Ooh.
Are you trying to put stuff? Hold on. I have a feather.
Interesting.
I have a feather as well. I'm like delirious. That's how tired I am.
Floof just
At
starts
that-
stroking
at
your
that-
head.
It's my direct feather, so it's kind of cool. It's special.
Floof
At
just
that,
starts
Natural
stroking
kind
your
of
head.
like reach over, grab onto that spear, look at it, or the trident, look at it, put it back down in front of you, Riker. Very impressive, I'll say. Now, I need to ask you a very specific and very pointed question real quick.
Riker just nods.
Was this Emerald Lake doing?
Riker looks him straight in the eye without breaking eye contact and goes, "As far as I know, not."
Understood. Well, you can see we're in extreme disrepair right now. We have had our numbers massacred, to say the least. I don't know exactly how we're going to make way past this, but I can guarantee you if you want to bring this onto your father, we won't be a problem in your side for quite a while in this case. So, even if it wasn't him, he gets exactly what he needs.
Riker nods and says, I can assure you that I will take your side in the negotiations."
I appreciate that. Do you have any idea what they were looking for? Do you know why?
Riker kind of looks at Floof and kind of motions towards his bag and the letter that was in that bag.
Pulls out like random body parts and other stuff, a couple of broken glass cans, a
He-
toothbrush. Finally finds the paper. Shh. And I'll hop off the hoverboard and like walk across the table and.
Riker takes the letter, hands it to Nasher, and says, "Long story short, we found this in hell."
Interesting. In hell, you say?
Riker nods and just says, "Long story short, there was a portal and there was demons and a whole lot of shit happened."
Riker, you're not the runt that you were before.
Riker kind of nods and says, "I can assure you, sir, that is a lot coming from you."
From there, I think that we have a mutual interest in this then. If the note in hell says our name, I can assure you on one hand that we have never actually dealt with demons in particular. You know we have a proficiency for, let's call it the necromantic arts, and that is what we typically employ here. We wouldn't deal with demons. Too unpredictable, too destructive for anything that we want to do. Did they say anything as you were coming through here? Did the intelligent ones even bring anything up?
Oh,
Riker looks over at Floof
Floof will
and,
open.
and says, "Please, repeat what we heard.
Floof will open
This
his
record.
mouth like just the voice of the demon. All the shit he said after I pretended to be Azrael about how they have no power on this plane and we're taking over. What the fuck ever he said. I don't fully remember. That was like a month ago.
Yep.
Escapes
Ah.
Floof's mouth hole.
Okay. So in addition to that one, you also have the what the Bulezau had yelled out to you, Riker. So what basically bring up what the Spine Devil had brought up, and also what the Bulezau had said.
Mhm.
The Spine Devil being that we had been told not to damage one of the Emerald Lakes, but collateral damage is collateral damage basically. And then the Bulezau having said that you can make a deal if they give you the book. And as soon as Floof lets that part out about a book, you see Nash's eyes just like narrow just a little bit, like, interesting.
And
Are you sure they
recorded.
said- and you're sure they said book?
Floof will
He
repeat
kind
book
he
again.
kind of points. He kind of points towards Floof and says, "He's a Kenku. He can only repeat what he's heard."
And in this guy's voice, I will go, "Are you sure they said book?"
Duly noted. He looks around at like the rest of the group, just like the rest of the Knolls, kind of like eyeing everybody, like keep an eye on everybody. Riker, would you and your friends mind following me?
Riker just immediately stands up.
Floof's just gonna hand the hoverboard
Doesn't
to
bother
Nix.
putting his seat back in. He just leaves it out.
Rue,
I put
would
it- I
request
put
that
it in.
Nash, and Gash stay here and keep everybody company. Make sure everybody stays safe. Nash and Gash, yes sir. Rue protests, which I'm going to make a roll real quick to see who wins out on a charisma.
Frazier, do it. Do it, Barticus, Frazier.
What?
The dice
Help
love
Rue.
you.
Help Rue.
The dice
Help
love
Rue.
you.
It doesn't matter.
Uh,
Good.
Oh,
Nasher's
matter.
was a 13. Rue's was a 19. That's
Let's
just
go!
straight
let's
dice
go.
Riker's girlfriend.
Let's go.
rolls.
Yeah.
I think not. I will be following along with you. He narrows his eyes and this is not an argument I want to have right now. And he just like lets her. She doesn't say anything as he like has her follow you all. So at that point, he opens a door off to the side, a large oak door off in the back end. Very interesting. Out of all the stone doors that you've seen in this establishment, this area, this is the first wooden one that you've seen, Riker. Rather out of the ordinary, uncharacteristic for this group. As he walks you in there, he walks you into this large hallway, which is adorned with very many statues of different gnolls. And you're able to discern from a quick, just like looking around at this is more of like a tomb or a crypt for fallen gnolls. And you're specifically able to see in the titles and the plaques here that they are the previous chiefs.
Oh, so they don't have to work.
No, they're royalty.
Now, I didn't say that. These are just the tombs themselves to memorize them. So as he walks you down, this is the Ruby Crawler tombs. This is where this is specifically the tombs for the chiefs. The other, areas and the other houses have their own different tombs for themselves, but this is the chief-specific one. And here's where this actually is relevant. He takes you down to the very end, and this is my great-great-grandfather. And he just gestures to this large tomb, and it's not even that large. It's not even that ornate. It is simply just a gnoll sitting in a chair. The statue is just a gnoll sitting in a chair with a plaque in front of him. And the plaque says he did what he needed to.
Seeing all of the interactions that we had so far while on this, I just go, "Nice to meet you," to the statue.
Satyr, that's not far off. That's not far off compared to typically how we view our dead. We don't view them as actively gone, but along with us.
I was trying to.
So as he's sitting there and he's kind of waiting for everybody to line up, and he gets, or not line up, but everybody's standing there. Here's what is interesting about what you just brought up. And he pulls out a leather-bound book from his bag, from his side. And Riker, you immediately notice something interesting with this. It is two-tone. One half of it is a deep red, and the other is a bright green.
Oh God.
Ruby crawlers and rolled like slew. It's not blood.
No, I thought it was gonna be skin, but thank you for for me.
Yeah, no, not skin. But
It's the colors of the clans, basically.
Yeah, I clicked that out.
On a routine cleaning of the tombs, because we have to make sure that there's nothing that insidious coming to seep in, because bodies and magic around it, mishaps can happen. On a cleaning of the tomb, we found that there was a crack in the statue, and he moves one of the legs of the chair, and it reveals a small compartment. Inside this compartment, we found that there was a letter, and it explained that there was let's call it a fact sheet about our families. Something from my great-great-grandfather that I never knew about. And it specifically brought up your great-great-grandmother.
Oh, that means the girl's off limits.
The interesting thing is it just brought her up by name. In a friendly way. Uncommon for our family. Natalie, yes, that was her name. Apparently she had a more friendly relationship with my great-great-grandfather than people were let on. As time went on, as we read this letter, we found out that there is a book that they had ended up writing together. He holds it up. This nearly cost me my life to find. For the past number of years, I've been looking around for it, trying to find any information, but as you know, snooping around your family's estate is frowned upon and deadly. I wasn't going to send anybody else on this trip, but I trust my great-grandfather. I don't exactly think he'd be a liar. But after a while, I thought all hope was lost. I didn't think there would actually be a book. Until one day, one of my scouts along the perimeter of the Emerald Lakes reported that there was a similar toned book in one of the carriages that had recently pulled up. As such, I snuck in, I took it, came back. As soon as I came back in, that's when we were under assault by the demons. Now, I would say that I knew exactly which of the people's carriage it was, except it so happens to be that you're having a family reunion right now. Makes figuring out a little difficult. And he then hands you the book. I've discerned what I could out of it, and I believe it is now, in your hands.
Riker takes the book, and he just kind of opens it and looks at the first page and sees what's on it.
As you open the first page, you see that it is very much it's written in a combination of Leonin and Null in the very first section, and it's the same inscription from what you can tell, the same length, the same word breakups, but it typically says along the lines of the Emerald Crawlers' lineage and history.
Riker his eyes widen a little bit at the word Emerald Crawlers.
Yo.
That is the interesting part. From what we can see, from what I was able to discern from my section and my research into it, our clans weren't separated. They weren't feuding, but they weren't together at the same time. It was more just friendly, amicable assistance. You handled a lot of the farming and hunting. We were able to handle a lot of the infrastructure and logistics. We worked together, according to this book anyways, until something. And as you kind of flip through the rest of these pages, you see that there's a large handful of them. A large, probably about 20 or 30 page swath ripped out. As it starts getting into conflict and when our tribes started having problems and escalation, it's gone.
Wait, no. Fuck. Never mind.
What's up, Lynn?
Mending doesn't work like that.
Locate
Yeah, no,
object
you
would though.
Ooh.
What?
Locate object? Hang on.
Locate
Do you
object.
have this shit? No, I don't.
I can get it later. I just need to take a long rest.
If somebody mentions that, Riker might have friends that might have that.
Floof. Because Floof knows magic. Floof would know this. Floof will kind of crawl up on your shoulder, trying to avoid the stab wounds, and just go.
This is not a good time to play charades.
Is the bird trying to say something, or?
Okay.
He usually does this when he has something to say but can't quite remember how people say it.
What are you
Find
trying to
pages.
find? Yeah,
You
that's
feel
the
like
big
you could-
idea.
You feel like you could locate the pages?
Locate pages. Magic.
Oh, yeah.
You have a spell
have
that can
that
do
spell?
that. So
Me
on a
too.
rest, you could. If you rested, then you could probably.
Now that I've
use
opened my big ass mouth, let me double check that.
this.
I'm pretty sure clerics get it. What level is locate object?
I believe it's.
Second.
Locate object.
Locate
Yes,
object,
second
yeah.
level. I got it. We're good. I can prepare it.
So on that note, Nasher will just look at you all, and if you could locate the other pages, we could figure out what exactly happened here. Because from what I'm able to see, that there was a disagreement between how we would function, how we would grow as clans. From what I can understand from my great-grandfather's journal, or his portion of this journal, and Natale's side of the journal, there was an ideological difference between the two. From there became infighting, from there became, don't want to call it council wars, but there was sides drawn and what they call the sands were split between one side and the other.
No, I don't want to be that person. But it's great that you guys want to be friends. Does their other side want to be friends as well? Because I know Riker does, and it's great. I would also love for you guys to be friends as well. But the other side might not be a huge fan of the idea.
If we were able to come to a agreement, I believe that we could start mending this relationship and fend. The interesting thing about it, Riker, is there is history hidden from most people in both sides, I feel like, from what I know on my side and what your father knows on your side, that there are things that we think we know. The Ruby Crawlers don't know what caused this feud. We just know that it's happening. I've been born into it. My father was born into it. But according to this, my great-grandfather, my great-great-grandfather, was part of the start of it. Whatever's in those last 20 pages likely has what started everything and how we can fix it. Because if your family's anything like mine, we don't know what the hell happened.
Riker kind of nods. He also sighs a bit and he goes, I might know somebody that might be able to help. Which is something in Riker's backstory that I have yet to tell Chris.
Oh.
So,
Because we have those backstory PDFs that everybody keeps forgetting to actually send.
no, you see, I've sent you all my PDFs that I have.
You have.
It's extra pieces of lore that I've added, like, in my brain that I haven't told you.
Damn,
Exactly.
Shirley. I made a whole 11-page backstory and a PowerPoint for Chris for all my NPCs. So y'all just need to get good.
You are literally god tier when it comes to like giving the backstory.
Hey, I gave you
And
a
I just have to-
paragraph to work
Oh yeah, no,
around.
you gave me a paragraph.
I
and we
gave-
had like a 2-hour chat.
Yeah,
I was the only person that had a backstory out of the gate, okay?
Creative
Yes.
freedom.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. That's why your arc started everything off.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, and Lou, I just have to ask real quick. Really? Comic Sans? Really?
It's a dyslexic font. You shut the fuck up.
No, I know it is. It's probably one
But
of the
yes,
best
Comic
ones to get
Sans.
to.
I love that.
Lou makes all their backstories and Comic Sans ever since I DM'd for them.
Yep,
Yes.
and it was actually really helpful to read through, so yeah, it was great, honestly. So with that one, Nasher's gonna look at you and you have somebody that might help?
Rather it's somebody that one of my brothers knows.
Oh, could be useful then. Here's what I can tell you and here's what I can promise you on my side. If you're able to save this, if you're able to figure out what happened here, I give you with full 100% confidence and my word that we will start negotiations with your father again, and we will sign a permanent peace treaty. We will find a way to make this happen. I don't know if your father would be willing. I don't know if your family would be. But just know that I am. Because this book right there in your hands, it may change how things are viewed historically in our lives.
Riker kind of nods and says, well, I hope that the weapons we brought will be able to last you guys long enough for us to figure it out.
Hopefully they will too. At this point, if you've taken out the largest ones, from what I gather from what Rue was saying, the Bulezau seem to be the ringleader of the operation for now. We should be able to reach through the rest of the caverns and at least take back some main areas so we can at least get our people out of here and at least hiding. Less hoarded and buried into a tomb in a crypt. And from there, that's really all I have for you. That's all the information. Hold on to the book. See if you can't find the pages, and see if you can't figure something out. And he'll also reach into one of his many pockets inside the leather, and he hands you a sending stone. If you find anything out, if you're able to signal at some point, whenever it's be good to bring in or to come to the estate, let me know. And from there, I will come with myself and Rue to negotiate.
He got his girlfriend's phone number.
His girlfriend's dad's phone number.
And he hands you the sending stone. So go ahead and mark on your sheet that you have a sending stone to Nasher of the Ruby.
Yes.
Nice.
Hey, Nasher, can I talk to Rue?
Hey, Nasher, is Rue there? It's really important.
I'm counting the minutes, I swear. I won't run up your bill. We'll hang up
I
if
could
you need
just
the
imagine-
internet.
I could
My
just
God,
imagine, like,
dial-up
Riker.
internet with magic
Oh.
items.
I can
Instead of
imagine
hearing,
Riker
like-
talking. And,
Instead of
like,
hearing
the
just like random bits of like of the dial-up noses, you hear just like little twinkles of like magic sounds.
You have been
And
talking
then
for
I can imagine Riker flipping his like foot, doing the no you.
You're gonna get a permanent. What do you call it? Sending
you got
stone
this?
built into your wall at Presnia's inn.
You hang up first. No, you hang up first.
Please hang up. My mom's gonna cut the line if you don't. The magic minutes are going through the roof.
The magic minutes.
Oh my
Jesus Christ.
god.
Floof straight up in the corner. If you don't hang up, I'm going to end it all.
If you don't
Well,
hang up, I will rip
shit.
your soul from your body and shove it so far up your ass.
I'm gonna rip his soul out and then shove it up someone's ass. Wouldn't that just go right
You
back
get
to the soul area?
No,
No, 'cause you
you get
can't-
a card. You get a card and then you shove it up in there.
All right. So on that note, I think we're actually going to take a break for right now. Going to take a quick 5-minute break so everybody can refill their waters, get any drinks that they need to. With that in mind, thank you for watching for a quick minute. We're going to just take this quick break so everybody can take care of their stuff, and we'll be back in 5-ish. are back with the Chaos Brigade. Hello. We just found out that Riker's family history is a lie. Well, maybe just not the full truth at this point. We're not exactly sure. We found a book containing everything about the about the Emerald Lake and the Ruby Crawler family history, combining them into one clan, the Emerald Crawlers. And then the last 20 to 30 pages of this book are ripped out and missing. Our lovely cleric has decided that they have locate object in their spell repertoire, but not currently available because they haven't rested yet. With that in mind, we are still in the Ruby Crawler tombs at this point, and we don't exactly know what they're going to be doing next. Nasher, the Ruby Crawler leader, has finished giving all this information and discussing with the party of what they think could possibly be done if they actually find this history. So that in mind, I'm going to pass it back to everybody here. How's everybody feeling?
Long rest.
Long rest.
A
Long.
little anxious.
A little anxious. How about you, Ava?
I mean, we can take rest. I'm all right, but like I'm just missing some spell slots.
Wait,
no.
How long is the drive from Ruby Crawler to Emerald Lake again?
Yeah, Bones can drive.
About 4 hours.
So not a long rest. Wait, long rest
Yeah,
for me.
Yeah.
Robot Power Ranger.
But yeah, it's not a long rest for everybody, but Floof could get a long rest out of that.
I believe. I can double check if you want.
If I recall correctly, double check if you could, but
Yeah,
if I
hang on, let me
recall
get my
correctly,
book.
you should. The fact that most of you have privacy covers makes me laugh, because I totally don't. I just have a full DSLR sitting right here with a full
I
lens.
do.
Forgive me all the time.
I mean, Riker can go while everybody's taking a long rest. Riker in the car. Riker can go and meet with the person that he's talking about. He was talking about.
That's Leonin stuff. I need the power-ups.
It wouldn't take him too long.
Let me see. Hang on. Where are the power-ups?
Assuming
It
that
should be in the godly boons, if I recall.
assuming that this
Yes.
person is
or godly gifts.
home right now, yes, it shouldn't be that long.
No, I don't think I'll be able to get a long rest anyways. Can I get a short rest, maybe? You know, just
Yeah,
riding
you could totally get a short rest on the ride
You
there.
get 4 short rests in the car.
That is also true.
I don't think we're gonna fight anyone anymore, right? Like,
I mean, it all depends on
I'll
what
get
y'all
my-
fuckers are gonna do.
I'll get
Page
my
12.
dice.
Page 12. Hang on. Sorry. Here we go.
So with that in mind, what are we kind of thinking at this point? This is mostly DM asking because I want to know mechanically what we're going to be dealing with next.
It's
If
6
we're doing
hours.
a long rest, that's cool.
I have to have 6 hours.
Okay. So it's about a 4-hour drive, so you wouldn't have enough time for that.
As I said, we could drive the 4 hours, and Riker could go just after taking just a short rest because he doesn't need to replenish very many things. Go meet with the person. It is up to y'all.
Yeah, because then
Well,
by the
they're
time we
right
get there, I would
there.
only need to rest for 2 hours. You all would have to rest for 4 more. But I could
Hold
start
on.
locating object while y'all still rest.
That's fair.
Let's do that.
That could work.
That's
Yeah.
my vote.
Okay. So do we
Okay,
not take the
cool.
short rest?
No. You can if
Yeah,
you want to.
okay.
I'm not going to.
Give me a second.
Okay, so on that note, so from there, are you resting on the car ride there,
Yes.
or are you going to rest in the Ruby Crawler's tombs?
Let's chill for a couple hours here, and then move to the car to finish the rest.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fair. 'cause-
Sounds
That way
because it
we're
wouldn't
fully
wouldn't be a
at
solid
least
hour.
I am fully rested when we get there, so you all can finish your rest 2 more hours or the yeah.
DM Chris.
Yes.
I'm Riker would like to talk to this NPC as well, even if we do get locate object, because they know their connections.
Okay.
So
Yeah, we could work on that. Yeah.
Even if you're locating object, I feel like this NPC will be very useful later on if
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
this-
fine.
depending on where this object is.
No problem. Yeah, that would be not a problem in the slightest, really. So if that's the case, then yeah, you guys can rest here for a couple hours. How long are you wanting to rest here, and how long are you wanting to get in the car for that?
There's just like 3 hours here, 4 hours in the car, and then 1 extra hour resting while Floof locates object.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds like a plan. So it is about 3 a.m. At this current point. What do you call it? It's about 3 a.m. at this point during the night, and you are making your way through about 3 hours resting here, you said. From 3 hours here, that'd be about 6 a.m. 4-hour car drive, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So about 10 a.m. So as you pull back into the Emerald Lake estate, and I will make it noted right here real quick, Nash and Rue are staying behind.
Yep.
It'll just be the 4 of you with Bones heading back up to the Emerald Lake estates.
Damn,
You make
no
your
fun
way-
stuff coming with.
No, not yet. Ryan just spiking the camera. So
That
you
needs to be
make your
Ryan's
way-
meme, just the face.
Very slowly looking at the camera face.
Yes. Anyway.
So as you make your way to the Emerald Lake estate, it's go ahead and mark a long rest, everybody.
Yes, let's go.
Let
Yeah,
me
Oh,
leave.
that's not my mouse.
You're gonna need that. You're gonna need that.
Would Riker be able to? Because he's only going to be resting for 7 hours.
Ah, thank God.
You know, here's what I'm going to say real quick, Riker. The technical ruling for getting a long rest is if there's not a strenuous activity / interruption for approximately an hour after, like, in the middle of stopping a rest, you should be fine.
Okay.
Where's
will
the
say
long rest
everybody's-
thing on D&D Beyond? Settings.
Very
I
top.
can't remember.
It's
Found it.
on top.
Right up.
Long rest.
So I can't exactly remember where you, I would not exactly remember how long it's, or like it's, my words are getting all jumbled up all of a sudden.
Oh, good.
You're not getting a massive, like, super well rest. Like, oh yeah, I feel great. You're sleeping in a car. Like, you're sleeping in a pretty cozy tube and everything like that. It's pretty nice. Then you get woken up at like 6 a.m. after being exhausted from the past 2 days and everything. You get put into a bumpy car ride. You're driving in a car ride for 4 hours. And then you can finally go lay back down in your beds at the Emerald Lake Estate. As you pull up in the car, Bones shuts it off, pulls the blind, like puts like little visor blocks like in the car itself. Goes to like where the imps had their hammocks hung up and strings 2 of them together and just jumps inside of it and starts like putting a hat down over his like eye holes.
I have been using Riker as a pillow the entire car ride.
A bloody pillow.
That. So everybody but Riker so far make the long rest happen.
Cool.
Because at that point, you're all able to make your way back to the Emerald Lake Estate. You make it inside, and you're able to get to your beds. As you walk in, it's about 11 a.m. Everybody's up and running around. Like, this town's like in full force right now. People are working, people are building, people are carving their projects out. And here you are, Riker. You all are just walking in there, ragged as hell, bloody as hell, and you're just like, ugh. After this noisy-ass Hell Rider rolls into town and just parks.
By the way, my health is back up to 73 because Riker did take a short rest and use 3
Nice.
to die.
Sweet.
As we're walking, if people look at us looking rough, Luke's just gonna go, Fight Club. Shh.
Most people
Oh my
take that.
God.
Most people like shrug their shoulders, like, yeah. I mean, one of them even like, hey, which Fight Club was it? Was it McGruff's or was it?
I just gotta go, Rule 1 of Fight Club. Don't talk about Fight Club.
But you're the one talking about it.
Shh.
Slaps again.
I'll get you kicked out. Watch yourself. I own it.
Love it.
So as you make your way to the, as you make your way back to,
I'm Mr.
the Emerald Lake
McGruff.
Estate. You make your way back to the Emerald Lake Estate. Riker, are you like leading everybody back inside, or?
Riker will lead everybody back inside because there's a very specific person he's looking for.
Okay.
And I think you know which person it is.
Yep, I do.
Nobody has met them yet, but
Nope.
they're kind
Ooh.
of important around here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So you make your way back to the estate, and a couple of your siblings are there, Riker. Specifically, it is where'd they go? Rin and Taylor are there, and they're kind of fucking around with each other. Like, Rin is trying not to interact, but Taylor is like, hey, like doing the big brother, like just trying to like fuck around with him. And he's
Also,
like, stop.
have I sent you guys the photo of Ren? What Ren looks
Yeah,
like?
you sent us all
I'm
of them.
trying to
Yeah.
go back and see what
He's-
it looks like.
Yeah, so Ren is the person that he's currently trying to find.
Oh.
Oh, we met Rin.
Yeah, we met Ren.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you met
Tyler,
everybody.
Tyler and Lynn, or what do they call it? Tyler's there trying to mess with Ren. Lynn walks in, and Tyler, stop it, picks him up by his shoulders and just like what do they got? Just carries him to the kitchen, throws him in there. Eat your breakfast, or I'm taking it.
Right.
He turns around, sees you all, and like, listen, if you wanted food, it's gone. Like,
Which one said this, or was this? Was this? Tyler?
This was Lynn. Lynn's like, listen,
Oh.
if you wanted food, like breakfast is gone. Like I garbage disposaled it.
Oh, he's okay,
I
sweetheart.
thought y'all
We're
had left in the
fine.
middle of the night, so like I didn't think there would be anyone else here. So
Fight Club.
Yeah. It's okay. I was.
Lynn
chilling.
walks right to you, Floof, picks you up by your shoulders, like
no.
puts you on one of his hands and lifts him up. Which one and where?
It's a secret.
He with two claws like closes your beak. Why are you talking about McGruff's Fight Club? And like slowly puts you down.
Wait,
By the beak, holding just the beak.
Floof's just gonna motion. Floof's just gonna motion to him to crouch down and goes, "I am McGruff."
Ain't no way you're an 8-foot tall Leonin.
It's part of the disguise.
You'd be surprised.
And then,
I'm
and then
asking
in
you
like
about
in like
nothing.
their dad's voice or like the gruffest voice Floof has ever heard, Floof is gonna go, "Round one."
Roll deception real quick.
This is a legendary.
Hang on.
Uh,
Ryan's like, "Guys, I gotta do something important." I'm like, "Hang on."
No, it's good. No, it's good.
I gotta fuck around the family.
Deception.
We haven't had enough chaos in this session.
can
Exactly, you have not.
could you have advantage because Ava's just like trying to assist, being like, "You'd be surprised."
Yes, you
Alright.
can totally roll advantage for that.
All right, let me roll it
Oh
again.
my
then.
god.
Fuck.
Ava's tired. She's here for the chaos.
All right, I'm gonna take the
Tired.
17 plus 1, 18.
18?
Oh.
Alright. Rolling against Lynn, so this is gonna be great. Oh my god! Lynn rolled a 15. Minus 2.
Ooh.
Minus 2, so a 13 total. He's like, I'm amazed. And slightly afraid. And slowly backs away into his room, bumping into a wall on the way. I'll see you tonight then. And shuts door.
Floof
At
makes a
that
mental
point-
note, start
Really
own
believe
Fight
that.
Club.
At
I'm very
that
persuasive.
point, Ren just kind of like, okay, well, I'm going to the study, and I am going to read. I'll see y'all later. And he just like starts walking that way to the library.
Which one said that? Sorry.
Ren.
Riker kind of looks at the group and says, "Yo, go ahead and go to your rooms. I have something I need to take care of." And then walks after Ren.
Okay, good night.
Yeah, so straight up,
morning,
you,
but,
the rest of
yeah.
you, straight up back to your bed, and you just like honk out immediately as you get in there.
Before we go, since I already had my long
Tracks.
rest,
Yeah.
Floof is gonna, seeing his opportunity of Riker's not here and everyone else is sleepy. Does Floof know where Riker's sister's room is?
You can make an educated guess.
Okay, Floof is going to do a little sneaky sneak and listen. Does it sound like she's in there?
Go ahead and first off roll me a d8.
Just a D8?
Just a d8 real quick.
Do I get to roll stealth first?
Nope, I need you to roll me just the d8.
Alright. Just a D8. Nothing added to it, just a D8.
Nope,
Here we
just
go.
a D8.
Come on, big money, baby. 7.
7? Okay. Now you can roll your stealth.
Okay.
Raggy.
I'm gonna roll my stealth. It's at the bottom here. That's a plus
Here
8 to
today.
A. I'm gonna use the inspiration I haven't used yet because I hate that.
All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna roll my stealth.
Thank you, Amaldine, for giving them, what do you call it? For giving
17,
them,
9 plus 8.
inspiration.
17, 9 plus 8.
All right, 17. All right, okay, yeah. As you're kind of like sneaking, you kind of listen to this door. You don't really hear anybody on the inside.
Creak. Is it unlocked?
It is unlocked, and it is a pitch black room.
Fuck, I can't see in the dark. Still being tiny, sneaky bird. I'll even be. The hoverboard doesn't make noise, right?
No, it is not.
So Floof is like laying on it, just. I'm gonna check. Is there anybody in the bed?
From what you can see, no.
I'm gonna slowly pull back the covers. Is there anyone in the bed?
No, there's not.
Floof's gonna
Oh
pull out 2
my
bottles
God.
of itching powder from the kobolds and go slowly cover the bed back up and back to our room.
All right. All right.
Oh
You do
my
that.
God.
You do that. Oh, this is not going to be great. You, at that point, you take your long rest.
I have an extra bottle of itching powder too, guys, so don't worry, I didn't waste it all.
You do. So, on that note, I want to say real quick, Floof, you can go ahead and you can do your long rest. Go ahead and change your spell slots. Ava, since
Yes.
you're a druid, I believe you're able to change your spell slots as well. I might be wrong on that one.
Yeah, I believe I
So
can.
if
yes.
there are other spells that you want to swap out, but feel free to go ahead. Lou, I think you're the exception to this. I don't think you're able to with your bardness.
No, Bart can
Okay.
switch out spells.
So yeah,
unless
the
I
rest of you,
level
you
up.
have a long rest, but we're going to cut to Riker real quick. Riker, you decide to split off from your friends as they decide to go to sleep.
Yep. I'm going into the library with Ren.
All right. So you follow Ren at the library, and he kind of like looks behind him and, yeah, Riker, it's not. Well, I don't think I've ever remembered you actually coming in here, at least with me, anyways. And you, as you kind of like walk into this library, you see that it's a. You know, you would think in a house like this there'd be a large grand library with like a whole bunch of battle maneuver. No, it's one story with like 8 bookshelves and a small desk in the corner. Like it's very seldom used by most of the Leonans.
Riker kind of leans on a wall close to Ryan and kind of goes, I have a question for you.
Might have an answer.
So, there's been some stuff going on, right? And we might need some connections with certain people in order to find stuff that we need. Are you still in good relations with your boyfriend, the last that I checked?
Actually, yes.
Is he
That was where I
Gabriel
was
the
beforehand.
Wait,
I was
I did.
actually there prior to coming back here, so yeah.
Riker
things are
kind
going
of
pretty good.
Riker kind of leans in and goes, "Could you help us?"
Well, it depends on what you're needing and specifically how much / how quick you need it.
He
I
kinda-
could get some information quickly, depending on how hard it is to find.
Riker kind of slowly reaches back and pulls out the book and says, "This might change just about everything we've learned about our history," and kind of hands it over to Ryan.
He takes and starts like flipping through it, like almost speed read. Like you can see, you've seen Ryan's read, but you see that he's like kind of like speed reading. Like he's like doing one of those like quick hand, like quick study things where he's like reading like the first couple letters of each word, just like jumping through, like going through every one of these pages wicked quick, and he puts it down after
He's
getting
like-
to the ripped pages.
It's a great great grandmother, Natalie.
Yeah.
And you could see that some pages are missing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why
new.
we were gone last night, and that's because demons have invaded the Ruby Crawlers, and we don't know why.
Uh-huh. Interesting.
But apparently this could kind of change the whole history we've heard of, and we might have not been at war for centuries prior to our existence, as we've been taught.
Okay. The good news is, I believe you. This, let's be honest here, this is a little too physical and tangible to get rid of, and not most people here wouldn't really know this, but he flips over to, like, where you see, like, Natalie's, what do you call it, handwriting and her, her signatures. I've actively read these books more than most of us. A few of the only other people that have ever been in here have been Skylar, Mother, and, you know, a couple of the other people who wanted to learn more of the advanced woodworking forms. This is her handwriting. This is entirely what it was, how I've practiced signatures with everybody's signatures.
And Riker kind of chuckles a bit. Yep, Tyler was a bit distraught when he found out that his life savings were spent on a yacht.
I'm just gonna say, I didn't need to sign. I didn't need to forge a signature for that one. It's literally just a paw print. It's so simple.
Riker just kind of chuckles.
Don't tell Dad, please.
No, I've known for years. I haven't told him
God.
anything.
Thank you. But yeah, this is her signature, if anything. This is probably the most legible and most legitimate form of information that we've had on our history in apparently quite a while. Where did you get this?
He kind of looks around. He's making sure that nobody else is here.
Mm-hmm. Can you do me a favor and do me a perception check on that?
Yes. That landed right on my goggles. That was gonna be 13 plus perception, which is 6, so 19.
All right, 19. All right, you're pretty. There's nobody in here that you can see and everything like that. Everything's pretty well solid. You're confident that you're about the only ones in here.
Okay. He just kind of leans forward and says, "This was apparently it was apparently hidden somewhere in the Emerald Lakes, and Nasher came and found it because of a letter stuck in their great-great-grandfather's crypt. And apparently, we've had possession of this, and yet have chose to do nothing about it."
Interesting. You don't think it's Dad, do you?
Riker,
I don't think he'd be the one to hold on to it.
Riker kind of shrugs and says, "I don't know what to believe anymore. This thing has completely changed the whole aspect of our history. That it's just very confusing.
Well,
And especially for the Ruby Crawlers to have access to this book that you say is in Natalit's handwriting just kind of sways me to believe them in a way, and I have always kind of strove to bring back a sense of peace between our tribes."
You've known that I've thought the clan feud's been bullshit for a while. It's just meaningless politics with nothing but infighting amongst it. There's no point for it to keep going. But who's gonna listen to the youngest here? Not anybody really, but
Second youngest.
I mean,
As he points at himself.
yeah, I forget that. Yeah, I forget that you. It's the height thing. I'm not gonna lie. Everything. Whenever everybody thinks that you're the runt because you're the smallest, but when in reality you are the runt, then you just happen to bulk up because you went to an adventure, and sorry, tangent.
Right,
Different
it's just
skills
kind of-
for different priorities here, and in terms of finding things out, I don't know how useful I can be with this, but we can certainly try.
Just ask your friend if they know anything about this. We have somebody on our own. Currently, we're going to attempt to find it, but we might need their help eventually if it comes down to it.
I'll see what I can do. I can talk to him and see if we can't, hang out sometime today, and I can ask some questions.
Riker nods and says, "Tell him hi for me." And just
Absolutely
leaves.
will. At
And
which
then
point he waits. You hear, and a minute or so after you walk out, you hear the door open, shut, and then you hear like the large from the front door.
Riker then kind of goes and he just kind of goes and sits down and kind of looks at his dad's throne and stuff like that, and he's just contemplating stuff. He's too confused to speak, or too confused to sleep right now.
I do want to actively say this just so we have it on the record here and in the recording. You do have the book back. Like, he handed the book back to you.
Yeah.
I wanted to make that completely aware, not ambiguous at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you're kind of like sitting there and you're pondering like your father's throne and what all this means and everything. Let me roll something real quick. See if... Okay. Yeah. At that point, I would say that about that time, Birch, your mother, kind of is walking through and cleaning, just doing general cleaning. You see as she's carrying through she's carrying through a cart of varying effects. She has like weapons and everything on this cart. She starts like stacking, putting them like a couple of them on the wall, hanging them up. She's readjusting as she's like, no, the battle axe of cleaving should probably go over here over this one. Ooh, I think maybe the great sword of impaling should go right here. Yes, that's perfect. As she's kind of walking around, she'll, hey Riker, you okay?
He just kind of looks up and just goes, long night.
Understandable. Hey, I wanted to let you know to be on the lookout as you're out and about. Last night, well, apparently last night the armory kind of got hit. There was stuff missing this morning as I was going through doing inventory, cleaning things, polishing as, you know, we should. But there was things missing, and just be on the lookout for anybody who's like holding on to like some more gear than they really should. You know, if any kids are running around with long swords, make sure that you're able to nab those away. And
Riker
we
nods.
don't need those kids running around with them.
Riker nods and says, have you checked the fight clubs? I heard they got a little rowdy last night.
Fucking hell. We gave them one rule. Don't steal the weapons. Bring your own and be fine with it. Thanks for the heads up. We don't need a repeat. We don't need a repeat of Lynn and Taylor again.
Riker just kind of nods.
You let your kids impale themselves one time. And she walks out of that point, kind of like sternly leaving the cart that she was carrying around at that point, leaves it right there, and walks directly out like, I'm gonna find McGruff somewhere.
Riker will then stand up and continue what she was doing, like putting the stuff up and stuff like that. Or
yeah, it's pretty quick. It's pretty simple stuff, just like swapping out weapons, making sure that they're polished and things like that. Nothing too crazy, but you're able to take care of it pretty quickly. Can you go ahead and roll me a give me a d20 and either a wisdom or intelligence, however you would want to do that, based off of intuition or based off how you know your mother would want things done.
Wisdom, just straight wisdom modifier, no extra bit.
Yep.
Okay, that would be modify 20.
Modify 20, yeah. With that one, you're able to what you feel safely guesstimate what your mother would have wanted as she's, you know, been putting these weapons up and along the wall. You know the ones that have been polished. You know the ones that are like kind of sitting there. So you're able to put them on the hoist, and they look pretty intimidating, honestly, around the throne.
Can I be totally honest? It's so weird and intriguing to see this campaign at not pure chaos and actually serious notes. At points.
It really is.
It's such a 180 for what our usual
That's
thing
because the audience doesn't see the memes I'm making. By the way, you guys should definitely see the memes I'm making.
Yeah, no, once I get the chance, I'm totally just like going to be dumping these things onto my Instagram and into my Discord. And I'm probably going to be changing like an entire section of my Discord into a Chaos Brigade specific. Like, yeah, this is just everything Chaos Brigade. Stay in here. You want to be notified for everything. Here's campaign discussions.
I'm excited.
I really need to get that, what it called, the Me 6 bot. Maybe, was it Me 6? I can't remember which one it was that I have on here. But I really need to pay for the pro version so I can have like, all these different auto mod things. But yeah, with that, what are you going to do at this point, Riker, after you've put all these weapons up?
Riker will just, I guess, kind of puts the weapons up. He'll just kind of go out to a balcony and look out at the lakes until everybody wakes up.
Okay.
And or hears Floof doing something terrible.
I love how you almost said annoying, and you're like, no, there's something terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, it takes probably about another hour. Probably from where you were, from like the time that you all came in there to about the time that this is happening. It's been about an hour. For you, Riker, after your conversation, it's probably about 30 extra minutes. You're out there just like overlooking the Emerald Lakes, and you're able to like, you're really seeing the land and you're seeing the areas that your clan has carved out for yourself and the lakes that you oversee, and how everything you've really known has been called into question, really. Things are kind of in an odd place for you. You're not exactly sure where to take things. And around that time, you hear the familiar sound of... and you hear the sound of crackling static.
I just look and expect to see Floof.
Floof, you see that Riker is kind of like... You hear that Riker is kind of like sitting on a balcony outside, what do you call it, beneath your room.
I
So straight up in front of you. Straight up in front of you, this thing just like lowers directly into your face.
I
Hey,
did a
Floof.
thing.
What did you do?
You'll see. Does Riker look distressed?
Riker looks like they're thinking, like deep in thought.
Floof's just gonna go kind of climb up on your shoulder, sit down, rummage through his bag, because he has like a satchel he keeps on him all the time.
Yeah.
Pull out a piece of jerky and offer it to you. Go, thinkin' snack.
Riker takes it and says, "Thanks, Foof," and just kind of eats it. Eats the tiny piece of jerky with how big it was, and Floof's hand.
Everyone's sleeping. I'm bored.
Riker looks at Floof and says, "This wouldn't happen to be like human flesh, would it?"
Floof kind of scratches his nose, kind of rummages through a bag, closes it, goes, it's not cannibalism if it's not, your exact species, correct?
Riker kind of looks at him as like, as long as, and he just kind of goes, "As long as it isn't sentient, I'm fine."
He was a cow.
Riker says, "That'll be fine."
I'm going to start a fight club.
That's great, Floof. As he just continues to look out at the lakes.
And this is very much just like a few minutes. Floof will hop down and sit on the edge of the balcony, just kicking his feet. And it's like when you're
Oh
when
my
you're like
God.
when you're at a family event trying to get away from the family, so you step outside and one of the children comes and just starts talking to you about Thomas the Train. Where you're just like,
Riker just kind of goes, "You ever had your whole life spun in a complete circle, Floof?"
Floof is just gonna push like these feathers right here aside and show just a giant metal plate in his head. Yep.
Riker just kind of nods, says, "I don't think that needs any more explanation other than that."
What's happening?
Hey, but at this time, Riker's just like, "But pay attention to the lakes right now. The sun's nearly up, and it's very beautiful when they come up." And then the sun comes up, and the Emerald Lakes, where they get their name, just the way the sun shines through the mountains and the trees, it's like a green hue hits the lakes, and they turn a very bright, vibrant green, like an emerald.
Floof will just kind of slowly whoop, lean on your shoulder.
That's so cute.
Floof is more wholesome than we want to let on.
Floof will have
Wait.
Floof has their moments.
Floof will just
Very
whisper.
seldom, but it's there.
Floof will just whisper, "I like pretty things, but don't tell nobody."
Riker kind of nods and says, "Got it. I won't tell Nix."
Pulls out like a shitty finger painting, holds it up.
Why would you not show Nick that? She would frame it.
Oh my god.
Riker
Floof is
says-
already one of my favorite, like, actual character backstories and everything, but this is just solidifying
Floof needs to
everything.
go buy a paint set now so he can paint. Floof points and goes, "I'm gonna paint that next."
Riker looking at the finger painting, reaches into his bag and pulls out the one of his like wood carvings. This one's of a raven.
Floof just kind of touches it and goes, "Does it break?"
If you slam it on the ground hard enough, it will.
Careful hands, careful hands. And, Floof
And
just-
Riker just kind of hands it to just kind of handles it.
and Floof just starts making it fly around in the sky along the sunset.
Oh,
It's adorable.
Someday.
action.
Actively fantastic.
This is cute. This is adorable.
It
We don't
really
get to
is.
see this side of the Chaos Brigade very often.
You don't.
Floof's gonna, as he's flying, it goes, "If you need helps with stuff, you know we got your back, bud. Even if it means kicking your sister's ass."
Riker kind of looks at Floof after that and is like, "Was the thing you did something to do with my sister?"
Maybe.
Riker just kind of sighs, but then looks back towards the lake. Doesn't say anything else.
You're like, that's it. The moment's ruined.
Yep. And then we'll just kind of watch until everybody else wakes up.
Yeah, about another hour or so later, Ava and Nyx, you both wake up, and it's very rough sleep. It's like one of those like wherever you sleep, and you slept your full 8 hours, but you're like, what the fuck? Why does my neck hurt? What the hell?
I've just
I
been
wake-
trancing this whole time.
I wake up.
I only just realized now I technically only need 4 hours. But
You took.
oh
You
well.
needed the nap for emotional.
Yeah.
You slept
I wake up.
very much like just in the car, and you
It was
realize
a great
like,
trance. Yes.
I wake up,
Very good
I
trend.
shrug whatever uncomfort off, and like immediately, where's Flips?
You
Okay.
literally see the window just like fluttering open.
Oh no, he's actually dead this time.
It's like when your pet escapes.
When you wake up and realize you didn't lock the hamster cage.
Oh no!
Or hell, your
I
hamster
went to
cage actually just like ate through the hamster cage.
The cat
Yes.
just sitting next to the hamster cage, smiling.
I run to the window and I look down to like looking to see if there's any splatter, of like feathers in the
And
guys.
eventually just see Nick's head just pop forward and just go like, I got Floof here, Nix, don't worry.
Yeah, you literally you see Riker just like leaning on the balcony, and there's a floof sitting next to him, kicking his feet.
I didn't jump. I can though.
Don't. Please do not do that.
Riker's hand gets slightly closer to Floof just to make sure that you can grab him if he decides to jump.
So I just woke up.
You need a snack? Drops a piece of jerky down.
Just lets it fall all the way down.
Oh my god.
Hits Tyler on the way down. He's like, oh, fast food.
Tyler's walking around like, jerky! Dives for it.
Oh dear.
So yeah, at that point you were all awake at this point. Ryan, you've had a bit of time for Riker to like kind of sit and ponder things. Ava, you've had some time in your trance to like think things over and like just be present in the moment and everything. And as you know, you very evidently heard, you've heard Nyx, where's Floof? And you're like, well,
Yeah.
we're awake now.
What a peaceful, tender moment. When will it be ruined?
There it is.
Yeah, which you think is actually interesting because you didn't hear Floof at all during that like trance. You're like, should I be? It's like whenever a toddler's being quiet, you're like, should I be concerned? Nah, it's fine. It's fine.
It's quiet. Too
quiet.
Too quiet.
Yeah.
Floof's,
And you just hear like a da da da.
Floof's
Nope.
gonna take the hoverboard and stick it on the edge of the balcony and like drop in and go whoom down to the ledge they're on. And then go, I'll get ready to find the book! And just trot into the room and pull out a piece of chalk and start drawing on the floor.
Oh,
Yeah,
do
you
need
straight up,
help?
you're able to draw your transmutation circle of sorts and just like.
Floof just, it's this huge complex, takes him like 5 minutes to do, like it's enough time for Riker to come down and hand me the book.
Hmm.
And then Floof will open the book and go, like my drawing? Set it on the bed, just tap it, and cast locate object that is not a ritual spell.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You spent all that time. You're just like,
Love that.
yep, this is just for show.
So yeah, I
So,
will cast
Jay,
locate
could you do
object.
me a favor? Could you do me a lovely favor and read locate object for me?
Yes, Chris, I will, once my phone loads. I need a new phone.
Beautiful.
Ahem. Describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You see the direction that object is located, as long as the object is in 1,000 feet of you. If the object is in motion, you know the direction is of its movement. The spell can locate specific objects known to you, as long as you have seen it up close within 30 feet at least once. Alternatively, the spell can locate nearest object of a particular kind, such as certain kinds of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon. The spell can't locate an object of any thickness or lead, even as thin as a sheet. Blocks a direct path between you and the object. So it's like Superman's X-ray vision.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What I can tell you right now is as soon as you input, as soon as you select this book and you touch this book with locate object active, your vision kind of goes to the astral plane. Like you see kind of like
Forget
the aura of
everything you
everything at
know.
this point. You basically see like the aura of everything at this point. Everything just kind of looks all warbly. But you see a clear as day, bright, or what we call bright yellow beacon, almost like a
It beat the wither.
ball, basically.
Oh my god.
And it starts directly in front of your eyes, like goes from the book, goes directly in front of your eyes, and just shoots out the window, and sits in front, or what do you call it, on top of the Emerald Lake, and drops through the water.
Time to go swimming. Hoverboard.
Oh.
Riker
But
says
it's
to
in the
himself.
lake.
Riker says to himself, and anybody.
Floof will tell them what he sees, so you all can see
everybody's-
it too.
Everybody has high perception, so they hear him, and it's just like, well, good thing he stole that yacht.
Floof's gonna take
I'm
off.
sorry, what?
How far away is the lake?
The lake
can't swim.
is from where y'all are at. It's within what do you call it, the center of the lake, where this thing is going about. It's about 1,000 feet, so it's like heading towards the edge of the range.
Okay, but like, how long will it take me on the hoverboard to get there?
Probably about a minute or so of straight flying to get closer there. But as you start getting closer and closer, you start seeing that it's less so in the water and more so going beneath the water.
That's fine. I don't need to breathe.
Oh, what we do?
Floof's just gonna go.
Right.
Be right back.
I was gonna say.
Boom. And I'll take
Alright.
off and just straight down.
All right, Aquabird, you
On
just
the
straight up
hoverboard.
dive straight up into this water.
I'll
Like,
take all
so
my
here's
shit
what
off and
everybody
leave it with
sees.
them. I'll leave my shit with
So
them,
here's
right?
what everybody sees. You just see Floof start stripping off all this armor and clothing. So you have this like a bare feathered Kenku standing there. Steps onto a hoverboard.
Before that happens, can Riker just grab Floof and say, you know, Nasher nearly died for this part of the book, right? You think you're gonna survive on your own against anything that's down there?
If you see storm clouds, come get me.
Well, if
Or
just take a moment, could all come with you. If give me 10 minutes,
Nope,
I can make it
spell
so we
ends in
can all
10.
breathe underwater.
It's gonna be a
Spellings in
good time
10
to
minutes.
tell you guys
Well-
that I actually can swim.
we know general.
Wait. Pause. What was that, Nix? Please.
My
say that
comeback for the day. I can't swim.
Oh,
Can't
no.
swim. Nix can't swim.
You can't swim.
I'll keep my armor and on me, but I think
Ah.
I can go grab it by myself real quick. I don't think this is going to be another dungeon. I'll go scope it out, and if it looks dangerous, Floof will put the armor back on and go, if it looks dangerous, whoop, I'm back.
Or we could
Okay.
just sail out there together. So
I
I'll
mean,
look at
it's
my
just more
hooves.
spell slots for me to keep casting when I can get out there and, like Chris said,
Well,
2
we-
minutes and dive down and get it.
we know generally where it is. And
You
I
could
have
run into
friends that could
trouble.
help.
But
Hmm.
I could still go check it out though, and if it's not that big a deal, grab it. Like,
I guess you could do that. Just Riker's
You're
gonna
gonna run into trouble. We're very far away.
Yeah.
well, you're a few rounds of combat away, but I can fly up. I don't know. If you all
Well,
want
we
to wait, we can, but I could just go grab it.
You
'Cause
yeah,
I feel like it would be
yeah.
bad to alert more people to what we're
I
doing.
feel like
Yeah, Floof,
Floof.
go-
I feel like
go
Floof
check
would
it
be
out.
able to fly out there easily without,
Okay.
causing too many problems.
Yeah, let
Fair enough.
Floof. Yeah, let Floof go out, but Riker's gonna is going to get set up and like go find Ryan and get the yacht.
Fair enough. All right, so
And I
I'll
made up on the spot and is now important
Canon.
to the.
And it's fucking great.
Floof's gonna, and I'll take the hoverboard down. I'm not like diving into the
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, as you take the hoverboard down, as you start diving down, you go a good, it's really good thing that you can't, or that you don't have to breathe. Because as you start going down further and further and further, it starts getting murkier and murkier and murkier in the water. Like, it's like whenever you're in a lake, everything looks really clear on top, but as you start getting lower and lower, the sun and the light stops hitting nearly as much. The light in these waters look bright green at this point.
Can I still see the ball?
Oh yeah, the ball is visible to you, but
Cool.
at a certain point, you get to the very bottom. You get to the bottom, your feet hit the ground, like your hoverboard hits the ground, and you can see like there's just like these rocks everywhere here, and you're able to see that these are actually emeralds. Like these are the part of the namesake from this is the light is refracting against these emeralds at the bottom of this lake, sending this light up. And as you start looking down here, you see that these emeralds are kind of glowing from beneath them, and you see that your ball of light is actively beneath the emeralds.
Does it look like I could move them and grab what's underneath?
No, it's like a solid sheet of emerald that is like.
Oh, so we'd have to dig. Okay.
These,
Back up to tell the group.
whatever the rest of the book that you're looking for is, it's beneath the emerald floor of this lake.
Flooful, like, mental note, like, I don't know, can I, like, use my bird claw to scratch an X in the emerald? I don't know how emeralds
Could you do me
work.
a favor real quick? Could you do me a perception or investigation check?
Yes. Investigation is +2. Perception is +8. I will do perception.
Okay.
Let's go. That's a 27. 19 + 8.
With
Oh,
that
yeah.
27, you're able to kind of look underneath as you're looking at this emerald, and you see the lights kind of emanating from beneath it. You see that this light's not emanating from the sun, coming down and hitting this light. Like, there's a bit of refraction coming from the sun itself, and that's giving a little bit of light. There's a little bit of light coming from, like, your ball that you can see. It's not like everybody else can see, but you, in your mind, you can see this light, this ball of light and everything. But you see there's actually light emanating from beneath this emerald, and that's what's odd for you. You're
But
not
the
exactly
ball,
sure
the ball
what's
is
odd
on the
with
other
that.
side of the emerald too.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
You're not exactly sure why, but it's underneath the emerald, and the emerald itself is emanating some light coming from
Are
beneath
there
it.
any caves or something nearby I could bring the group with me to go check out?
You yourself are not sure yet.
I'm gonna cast.
The Emerald Lake itself is in the center of this large valley surrounded by
Yeah.
mountains. So there are mountains up and around this area.
I'm in
but you
underwater
yourself are not
caverns and
sure.
stuff.
Oh, underwater caverns? No,
Okay.
It's a pretty solid, like, just the floor of emerald at this point.
Cool. Then Flooful, shake, 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 shake. Go back to the group.
Yeah, a solid, probably about 5 to 10 minutes of doing that. By the time you get back to the group, the spell is worn off at this point.
Yeah.
And like you see like the light dimming from your location, and everything else loses its warble-like appearance, and it's much more solid now.
I need to do mushrooms.
Ben, you had your hand up.
In those 10 minutes, just because Ava is a little concerned,
Yes, Ava.
she's just gonna be ritual casting water breathing.
All right, yeah, ritual casting water
the
breathing.
group will. So as Floof comes back, it's like, oh, perfect timing. And you.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
Everyone's
Yeah, so straight up, everybody, not necessarily that you grow gills, but you can feel like the sides of your neck start feeling more like, you're not breathing from the sides of your neck, but you feel that they are like, they have much more of like a air sensitivity. You're like, huh, that's odd. Not an uncomfortable one, but it's one of those like, that's new.
Last 24
Yeah,
hours.
so crisp.
Exactly, it's very crisp air now.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. You'll be able to breathe for up to 24 hours underwater.
That's nice.
Still have a lot of issue doing the moving parts under the water.
Floof just steps off the hoverboard and hands it to you.
That works.
I guess so,
Hoverboard.
yes.
You just let someone else use your hoverboard. I'm so proud of you, Floof.
I hug this hoverboard like
character
it's
growth
like
right here.
a lifesaver, you know?
This
with your
hoverboard is
life.
freezing.
It's okay. I want him up quick.
Because despite the sun being basically in high noon, it heating up, the water is still
no.
ice cold right now.
Oh my god. That's not gonna be fun.
Floof can't feel that, but like you can feel that the hoverboard is freezing.
Is that the temperature of the water, Floof? This is.
Oh.
Do you have like a dry suit?
So,
And I look at Riker. Like one that I can fit my hooves.
Riker just kind of.
I'll have a lot of hair. I will get hypothermia.
prestidigitation dry. Clean.
That's better. I'm still gonna be very cold. That's okay though. It's worth it for you, Riker.
Floof's gonna like kind of finish drying off, even though it doesn't really matter because he's gonna get wet again, and just go. All right, so Here's what we got. Underneath the Emerald Lake is something. We gotta go through the emerald to get to it. We would probably need a really fucking big drill.
Or shattered?
Lake
Question
floor? Other stuff.
I bet
Light.
I can work to it.
I can try and move some of the earth. That's me saying that I have mold earth.
Thank you. I realized I would
Ooh.
take another long rest for me to see if I can prep that.
Whoa! What
Look at this.
That's a cantrip, so I can just keep doing that.
So at that point, I do want to point out that
Uh-oh.
Shh. Dry
We're not
self
here!
off. I'm pooping!
Guys, be
Riker-
stealthy. We're not here. I'm pooping.
Riker will go to the door, I guess.
yeah, as you go to the door and you open it, you see that it's Ren standing there, and
Oh, thank God.
I'm not pooping.
well, we do have some. Well, he starts speaking, then he like looks over, sees the rest of the group, just like the whole acting casual thing, like the.
Don't mind them.
Just a puddle surrounding Floof.
In regards to our conversation, good news and bad news. Good news is we did have a little information to it, something that might be helpful for you. Bad news is nothing about the request. The good news is might have a place for you to start.
Right.
Turns out, back in the old, let's just call it Prohibition era days with our family, there was some tunnels that were dug out underneath the land that were boarded up. Most of them had collapsed in, but there are a handful that went between a couple of the settlements at each of the paws. And they went beneath the lakes, so if there's anything that could be hidden well, that might be some of the best places to look. Because, as you know, most of these buildings have been burnt to the ground more times than we have years combined. Probably about the safest place to hide anything. If it was to be hidden by any of our people, it would have been probably in those tunnels.
Riker nods. Says,
As for an entrance, that's something that most of us don't really know. We don't really use those tunnels anymore. Most of them, like I said, got boarded up, and as soon as new ones get found, they get demolished. Old Leonin law, remember?
Riker nods and goes, well, I appreciate it, Red.
Not a problem. If you were to look for them, I'd suggest looking in not exactly vent-traveled places, or places that wouldn't exactly be burnable. Those would probably be the best places to take a look.
Riker nods and says, well, I appreciate it. We have another lead as well, but we will take you up on your lead as well, and we'll see what we can find.
Appreciate it. And at that point, he, hey, and if you find anything out, let me know. I want to be there whenever whenever shit hits the fan, really.
Riker nods, just does the whole like brother handshake, you know, like in the movies when they're like,
yeah,
respect.
the whole band of brothers, like
clasping at the arms.
yeah, the whole
Narnia.
band of brothers thing.
Yep. So, and then Riker lets Ren leave, and then looks back at the group and says, well, we've got multiple leads now. We can either try to find an entrance outside the lake, or we can shatter the inside of the lake and risk a flooding in the room that we're trying to get into.
Drain the lake?
The prohibition
can-
thing.
I can also do that. I can either move the water or try and get rid of it.
I don't know how you would.
Doing that might draw
entirely.
attention, though. So
I mean, my say is we look for an entrance outside the river as to not to disturb it.
On way it is. And I'll just
Suppose.
kind of tell Nick, keep that in case of water.
Hey,
It's a
you still haven't
booty.
answered. What was the prohibition thing? I see you guys drinking ale like there's no tomorrow. Did you guys prohibit veggies? Because that's what it feels like.
Ryan, just for your knowledge and for the rest of the party's knowledge, real quick. back before Natalit and before a couple generations before then, there was a bit of a feud going. There's a bit of a feud going between a couple of the families, specifically between some of the ale producers. And to stop the feud, your family decided that, you know what? We're not going to stop this. Banning it. Just fuck it. None of you can sell it. It's fine. That just did a 1920s prohibition thing from the United States, where there's just tunnels everywhere now. Yeah, so that's pretty common, like Leonin history. That's pretty common Leonin history for you all. And it was very quickly overturned because within a couple months, people found out that, oh, they're just getting it in other ways. Okay, no, we can just
Yeah.
rescind it, and the tunnels went out of use.
Riker just looks at Nix and just says, "We tried to ban ale. It didn't go very well."
I can tell.
Civil War-esque flashbacks between the families, like
The 1920s of the Emerald Lakes were dark. Dark. The Great Leonin Depression after that was even worse.
War flashbacks intensify.
No.
None of the ale makers are able to get jobs.
Catnip prices dropped and like everybody's stocks crashed.
All of a sudden, the entire area is like, listen, you got a job. I can carve some wood. We can all carve wood pretty decently, but I can do it even better than you. Oh, is that a threat?
This is a dark time. Well, anyway.
The darkest part of the timeline.
We ready to head to the tunnels or look around?
And I do believe that's actually what we're going to call tonight's episode. Because tunnel finding is going to be next time. Which is not going to be next week, but the week after that, because next week we're doing a one-shot, which if everything goes well and everything goes right, I think we might be doing another melee ball one-shot, because I want to throw the dragon against y'all, because there wasn't enough people to throw a dragon against you last time.
Dragon.
You're good, Ryan. You're good. Just know that whenever you do show up, it's going to be a dragon getting thrown at everybody.
Hell yeah.
But with that in mind, thank you everybody for tuning in to tonight's episode of Chaos Brigade. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to click that little subscribe button or that little follow button so you can be notified whenever we go live. And if you have one of those Twitch Prime subscriptions, use Jeff Bezos' own money to help us get to Gen Con. Because here's the thing, we're all going to Gen Con. We got approved for 5 panels at Gen Con. Four one-shots, with one of them being specifically canon to this campaign. The rest of them are going to be little one-offs that may be relevant, they may not be relevant. We're going to find out. But Jay's running a one-shot, Ryan's running a one-shot, and Lou's running a one-shot. And then me and Jay are having our podcast. Yes, Ben's playing every one of them.
What? This is news to me.
Exactly.
That is if I can get there.
You were sad you missed
America,
last
you
year,
let
so
me
we're
in.
overworking you this year.
When you get there, not
Exactly, it's when you get there.
Correct.
So any and all subs go to help get Ben overseas and to here with us. And in addition to those 4 one-shots, me and Jay are having our campaign, our one-shot, or not one-shot, our
Rolling
podcast,
Bones.
the Rolling Bones podcast, with a very special guest that we can't announce just yet, pending schedules. So with that in mind, thank you all for tuning in. Everybody, where can we find you / where can you be plugging right now? Let's start with Ben off to the left.
Oh boy. Well, fun little thing I should probably announce everywhere else as well. But you guys get to hear it first. Wow. Beyond the Realms finally, after like almost 3 months, finally returns tomorrow.
Yes!
We are into quite literally this final few episodes of the show.
Ooh.
We're getting into that big BBG fight. We're definitely going to be doing some cool RP stuff. Definitely getting those final bits of character arcs done, and then heading into that final fight. And yeah, you don't want to miss it. It's gonna be wild. So
It'll be a
y'all
blast.
better tune on in tomorrow.
Yes. Ryan, what about you?
I stream video games.
And sometimes I stream those video games with you.
And sometimes I have the gaming Benjamin play games with me.
Oh, God.
And also Jay the Archfey plays games with me too. And I don't know.
And I'm here.
Lou's there. Lou tries, but
And Lou is there.
You can
After we get Ben to Gen Con, the next Chaos Brigade funding will go to get Glue a better streaming PC.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
So Ryan, hearing you call me Game Benjamin just felt so wrong.
I know.
God.
You guys can find me at Funkmaster Nacho on Twitch, TikTok, which I'm hoping to get back to, as well as YouTube. I'm trying to get back into that. Once I move out of here, I will have plenty of free time to do those things, so I'm very excited. Please stay tuned, but follow me on those platforms. I'm pointing over here. Follow me on those platforms, is you're going to have a great time.
Yes, Jay, what about you?
You know, Gen Con, we're excited. Be sure to give us the money if you want to, and if you can't, obviously understandable, but like money. We want to see Ben, you know? I've known Ben for a few years now. You know, be nice to meet him in person. I've met everybody here in person except for Ben, because Ben has to go live across the pond. So, also,
You guys.
you can find me at Jay the Archfey everywhere. I actually might be playing Fall Guys after this stream. I have to have a conversation with
Hey,
somebody, but
yo.
then we might be streaming Fall Guys.
That'd be
Not
nice.
too late, because I have to get up at 9 o'clock tomorrow for work, but that's beside the point. That being said, yeah, that's it. Follow me everywhere, Jay the Archfey. And if you don't, I'll be sad, because the numbers going up make me happy.
And what
He's
about you?
in that mood.
I wasn't going to agree, but yeah, no, that's a total fucking
The
mood right
virtual
there.
serotonin.
Please, more serotonin.
Very little in life makes me happy anymore.
Is it my turn?
Yes, your
It
turn.
is your turn, Lou.
Okay.
More
Right.
serotonin, please.
The Witch Bard everywhere. But I tried to stream, but it doesn't work out very well. So instead, you should go support Jay's stream, because that makes me be able to eat while they pay for food. So
They get sushi if you all sub to me.
yes.
Sushi. Hashtag sushi for Lou.
But if you do
Sushi
want
for
to,
Lou.
yes. But if you do want to support me in my cosplays that I don't post anymore, go
Oh
to the Go Fight.
no.
Ain't that a mood as well?
I try.
Bruh.
I'm busy.
I love that. But yeah,
You
then you
like
can also,
that.
then last but certainly not least is myself with Chris Fire. I am Chris Fire 98 basically everywhere on TikTok, YouTube, and soon to be Twitch. Hopefully, I might be getting gaming streaming taken care of here if I can get this goddamn internet working. Jay's been running streams for like a month and a half, and it's been working great. My internet wants me. I want to murder my internet. And I can't get fiber yet, and I want to cry. But with that in mind, thank you all so much for supporting us tonight. Thank you so much for watching us. I hope you enjoyed the night, and I love you all, and we'll see you all in the next Chaos Brigade stream. We'll actually be streaming next Friday for more Rolling Bones. So with that in mind, love you all, and we'll see you in the next video.